The story begins. A light rain pours down on the ruined tower. Thunder and lightning tear through the sky, casting a cold light over the scene, making the atmosphere even more gloomy and tragic. The woman grips the blood-stained knife tightly in her hand. Tanfeng, you really are impressive. In front of her, a warrior trapped among a pile of monster corpses. Life expectancy depletes 100 times faster, yet still strong enough to overcome the remnants of the ancient god. However, I have already taken the divine artifact of judgment. The young man coughed up a mouthful of fresh blood, struggling to speak through the pain. Cough, cough. Why is this happening? Why betray me at this moment? Thunder strikes down again, illuminating the cold face of Tan Yu. You are my brother after all. Tan Xiaoyu scoffed, her eyes filled with disdain. Me, Tan Fengyu, are just an adopted child of my parents. You don't even share blood ties, yet dare to claim to be my sibling. Tongfei stepped forward from behind, his tone mixed with reproach. Xiaoyu, you shouldn't say such things. The girl instantly brightened upon seeing him. Brother Tongfei, but that vile man continued with his sharp sarcasm. And your elder brother is not without his uses either. He raised his chin, looking at Tanfeng with glee. Tanfeng, I really must thank you. Thanks to you, Xiaoyu and I were able to obtain this divine artifact. To drain your life force immediately, I have put in a lot of effort, just to implant the soul-devouring mark into your body. So how do you like this sacrificial gift? Tanfeng's eyes gradually dimmed. The red blood flowed long down Tan Xiaoyu's cheek. I have worked hard to raise her in place of her parents, even paying her tuition. After the game took place, I have risked countless times for her, risked my life for her. I really misjudged you, a sister like you. Tan Xiaoyu brushed off those words, her tone indifferent. After our parents passed away, you always controlled me, interfered in my life. When brother Tongfei and I needed to protect you, you indeed still had some value. But now that the divine artifact is in our hands, you are no longer of any use. Tongfei gripped the sword tightly, charging forward with a vicious gaze. Tanfeng, you can rest assured and die. I will help you take good care of Xiaoyu. Tanfeng screamed in hatred before the blade. Even if I die, I won't spare the two of you. Then his head rolled down, blood staining the sky red. Memories replayed in Tanfeng's mind. In 2025, a brutal divine game emerged. Just fall into a deep sleep. Humans will be dragged into that world. The only currency in the game is life. Die and your lifespan will be reduced. Kill monsters and your lifespan will increase. The power of the players is terrifyingly strong. They can expend their lifespan to gain abilities. From the game to reality. A powerhouse strong enough to tear apart a tank with bare hands. Chop down an airplane with a single strike of a sword. Even use their body to resist a nuclear bomb. It is no longer a matter. Tanfeng returns to Tanfeng. He bravely fights among the ferocious monsters. From then on, the world changed rapidly. Disasters spread everywhere. I led my sister to survive through many hardships, luckily becoming 1 in 100, the strongest powerhouse in the world. The power surged directly into my eyes. Grant me superior abilities. After countless trials overcoming numerous dangers, I finally conquered the ancient divine ruins, received the divine artifact, the Eye of Judgment. I have qualified to reach the peak. But right after that, the cold blade was pressed against his body. Xiaoyu showed no mercy. She plunged the knife deep into Tanfeng. The blade transformed into thorny branches, piercing deep into his flesh, causing him excruciating pain. I received betrayal from my only relative again. My head rolled into a corner among the rocks. It turned out my entire life of sacrifice was in vain. All the efforts I put in only served the interests of others. The moments close to death make Tanfeng's will even more intense. I refuse to accept this. If I have the chance to live again, I swear I will live for myself. His vision gradually darkened. Suddenly, the boy woke up in a familiar bed. Tanfeng sat up extremely confused. Where is this place? The real world. He broke out in a cold sweat, quickly feeling his neck. Didn't I already die in 2025? Tanfeng hurriedly looked out the window. Could it be that the bustling city scene at night has appeared? I have come back to life. Back to life 9 years ago. Right at the moment, the brutal divine game was released. Released brutally. Tan Xiaoyu kicked the door open, her irritated expression upon seeing him. She shouted, Tanfeng, you really are home. Why didn't you answer my call? Tanfeng looked at her, thinking to himself as expected. On the day the game launched, Xiaoyu and I had a fierce argument because of Song Fi. And Xiaoyu was so angry that she kicked over the trash can. Didn't I come to support Song Fi? Are you trying to make me disappear? You basically don't understand how important my support this time is. How important it is. Tanfeng recalled some old details. Before the game was released, Song Fi was a famous underground idol, and Tan Xiaoyu was his crazy fan. Song Fi appeared glamorous, but in reality he was a scoundrel. secretly deceiving the money and bodies of many female fans to protect Tan Xiaoyu. He never let her get involved with him. Unexpectedly, in the end, he was falsely accused of interfering in her life. Falsely accused of interfering in her life. Xiaoyu's voice rang out loudly. Those fans, along with the street thugs, have started to infringe on his rights. I have to go support him. And those damn crazy fans should just shut up. It's disgusting. They cling to him. He is in crisis. And you are here stopping me from taking my money, making me feel like a loser. And you have to take responsibility for this. The girl spoke louder and louder, pointing directly at Tanfeng. Hey, are you dead? I'm talking to you. Are you pretending not to hear anything? Because of you. He has dropped in rank on this month's list. Before she could finish her sentence, Tanfeng slapped her hard across the face. Xiaoyu fell to the floor. In the midst of the mess she had created, her face was swollen, eyes glistening. Tanfeng glared, his voice cold. Tan Xiaoyu. Tanfeng glared, his voice cold. Tan Xiaoyu. Today I don't have time, nor the mood to waste energy on you. But if you dare to cause trouble again, I will smack your mouth wide open. He took out the bank card. This is the money left by my parents. Over the years, no matter how difficult life has been, I haven't touched a single cent. Today I'm giving it all to you. He threw the card at her head and opened the door with the glass of water in hand. Because my parents won't hold it against you. But listen closely from now on. He closed the door, his voice firm. Tanfeng, I do not have a sister like you. Tan Xiaoyu hugged her cheeks, crying bitterly on the floor, looking very aggrieved. Meanwhile, Tanfeng was alone in the room, lost in deep thoughts. In the previous life, to protect Tan Xiaoyu, I missed too many opportunities. There were countless secret realms, treasures that required risk to explore. But I gave them all up. He held a few eye supplements, feeling very curious. Without this burden, what heights can I reach? He swallowed a pill with a sip of water. This time, I will utilize the knowledge from my previous life about the game, surpassing all. The young man set the glass of water down on the table. Tan Xiaoyu, you can live and die on your own. As for that Songfei, thinking of him, the anger within him ignited. I will kill you myself. Tanfeng stepped into a water-filled space. He observed the surrounding gates, whispering. The career selection hall was truly nostalgic. I remember the first time I came here, I was panicked. It took several hours before I completed the career selection and left. This time I have to be faster. Here in front of him was the image of a warrior. In the previous life, I chose to be a soldier to protect Tan Xiaoyu. Although soldiers are not weak, they are no longer suitable now. No more Tan Xiaoyu holding me back. My solo speed will be much faster. Tanfeng scanned the area for a target. Mobility is the most important factor. He quickly spotted the target. The young man touched the surface of the mirror. I have made my decision. In this life, I will choose to be an assassin. A surge of brilliant power rose. The Judgment Eye spirit completed the binding. Those eyes looked directly at Tanfeng. The Judgment Eye has activated its unique attribute. The power of judgment. The power of passivity. When stepping into the brutal divine game, you automatically receive the profession and talent. At the highest level, Tanfeng is satisfied. An eye of judgment. Yet it still binds to me when I come back to life. So that's how it is. Once the divine weapon has a master, even if removed, it is still useless. Or perhaps it helped me come back to life. He channels dark power into his body, pulling him into a vortex of constant transformation. Congratulations, you have received the hidden dark profession. Tanfeng's arm reaches out from the gap. Class change completed. His hair turns white. His outfit changes accordingly. You have become the darkness. Tanfeng feels the power spreading throughout his body. The darkness. It turns out this is the highest hidden profession of the assassin, completely different from the warrior of the previous life. Just receiving the profession grants such power. He opens his amber eyes wide. Every time choosing a profession, the probability of receiving a high-level hidden profession is extremely low. Yet the power of judgment again brings an absolute ratio. System notification. The power of judgment. The most ancient, primal power of the universe. Overwhelming all rules and order. You do not yet have divinity, cannot actively activate the power. But the passive effect is still in effect. He is enveloped in a sphere of energy. Primal power with supreme authority, surpassing rules and order. This reminds him of a detail from his previous life. Only by the 7th year of the game, a new stalemate escapes from the land of the divine, abandoned to the land of order. At that time, humanity knew the power of order. But even after many years have passed, no one has achieved the power of order. Tanfeng is unexpectedly excited. Right on the first day of being reborn, I have possessed primal power, surpassing both order and rules. Just need to leave the land of the divine, abandoned to the land of order, and receive divinity. I will be able to activate the power. It seems that this life I have another big goal. The system now. The notification board has completed the profession selection. Please enter your name in the game. He thinks deeply. If your profession is born from darkness, then let's just call it darkness. He touches the feedback system screen. Your name has been set as darkness. The surrounding space is gradually darkening, moving into the land, abandoned by the gods, a desolate place filled with countless monsters. Be careful, they are ready to tear you apart. And take your life at any moment. Leave the town and kill the monsters. You will receive a tradable lifespan. Tanfeng appears in the town. But if you die in the game, half of your lifespan will be deducted, including both tradable and non-tradable lifespan. Vosao Town is a peaceful area. There are no monsters. Players cannot attack each other. The rate of lifespan loss is reduced by 1. It's not chaotic around him. Hey, where is this? What is a profession? What is a code name? I just got off my night shift and went straight home to sleep. Is this an illusion? Tanfeng observes. He thinks quietly. Many people have already been pulled into this game, haven't they? Another person shouts, I don't know. I ate chicken all night, fell asleep. How did I end up here? It hurts so much this is not a dream. It seems we have been pulled into a game. Tanfeng quietly walks through the crowd. Powerful individuals from many countries will soon appear, reshaping the order of the world. If I want to get ahead, I need to act quickly. Time waits for no one. A curious person looks at him. What is your profession? Why does he look different from us? Not noticing the dagger in his hand, he must be an assassin. I'm also an assassin. Why don't I look that cool? Look, he even has a special effect. Then Tanfeng pulls up his mask and walks carefully. In front of him are a few people just returning from battle. It hurts so much, so dying means returning to the town. They are scared those monsters are too fierce. Just one bite takes away half of your health. How can we fight? It's just a level 1.5 creep. And yet 3 charging in only made it lose 1/3 of its health. My lifespan has already been reduced by half. 3 men look at their girl in the middle. What should Sister Latu do now? Tanfeng observes her. The archer's initial weapon is a short bow, but she uses a long bow. It seems this is also a hidden profession. Latu approached and greeted brother. It seems you have a hidden profession. Want to team up with us? Out there the monsters are strong. One person can't handle it alone. Our team has been wiped out once, so we have experience. Tanfeng secretly guessed the experience of being killed. He replied, no need. The 2 guys following her smirked, not talking, pretending to be a master. The 5 of us can't even handle it. Do you think you can do it alone? That's just laughable. I already said it's dangerous out there, yet you still plan to go alone. Want to die? That's right. People with noble hidden professions turn out to be assassins. If you can't fight back, at least you can run. Litu opened the window to check. His name is Shadow, truly a show-off. She signaled the team to go. Follow him to see what skills he has. Who knows, we might learn new information about the monsters. Convenient to see how he dies. Her face darkened, breaking into a cunning smile. Tanfeng casually walked down the path. Advancing deeper into the forest, Leitu hid behind a tree, observing the forsaken land of the gods. This place is truly strange. Too dangerous. Even though I don't know how I got here. But with many years of online gaming, I quickly formed a team. Remembering that monster, I still couldn't believe the monster surprisingly wiped out our entire team at the beginning in the newbie village. That is not an enemy that a level 1 player can defeat. The other 2 remarked that his initial weapon is different from yours. You use a dagger while he uses a great sword. Not only that, but he is also faster than me. The agility stats of an assassin should be the highest. His clothes are also different from ours. Latu harbored a scheme. This shadowy guy is very unusual. Follow him, who knows what important information we might gather. Suddenly, Tanfeng turned around slightly and Latu jumped. Has he been discovered? But he immediately used the skill, Shadow Stealth. His body disappeared right before the gate. The others rushed over. Where did he go? Did he just vanish? Is this an invisibility skill? The initial skill is stealth. What a cool profession they had to give up and go back. Let's go back to town to look for upgrade opportunities. It's too dangerous out there. We have died once our remaining lifespan is only half. That's right. Who knows, there might be hidden rewards treasures or some NPCs. Actually, Tanfeng is just using Shadow Stealth, becoming invisible until attacked. Exiting stealth, the first strike will increase power. Mastering stealth doubles the duration of stealth and increases stealth level by 1. He realizes something useful. Can't you see yourself? This dark profession is really special. A stealth of assassins at this level is often easily detected, but the darkness has mastered stealth. No one or monster can detect him. At the early stage, After that, Tanfeng continues into the rainforest. The naive newbies won't find anything useful in town. It's just a shelter. In this divine game, weak players are prey for monsters. After a while, he opens the system panel and the stealth is over. The duration isn't long. Luckily, the cooldown starts from when it's activated, so it only takes a few seconds to stealth again. The information panel reveals the name of the dark character. Dark profession. Level 1 non-tradable lifespan, 75 years. Is the tradable lifespan possible? Strength 10 plus 3, Constitution 10 plus 3. Agility 10 plate, Spirit 10 plus 5, Tanfeng calculates. The initial attributes of every player are 10 points. Different professions add points. Based on this, in the previous life, his warrior only had strength and constitution. Quality adds BA. This time the darkness adds points to all attributes. Even agility adds up to 8, and 5 free attribute points. He considers that many players will choose to increase strength, or spirit to boost, physical or magical damage. But that's a mistake. He puts all points into agility 10 plus 13. The magic radiates from him more powerfully. Agility is the key factor. But at the early stage, damage from any monster can crush. Players only increase agility. Only by increasing speed can one kill the monster without getting hurt. Suddenly he heard a noise. A monster on a branch. Its mouth spewed out a piece of soul. Level 1 creep, normal rank. It is devouring lifespan. He frowned. It seems this is the one that took down the 4 people. As soon as it detected its prey, the ferocious monster charged forward violently. Observing the scattered wounds on its body, clearly the previous group had made it lose quite a bit of blood. Tanfeng immediately jumped back to avoid it. He knew once the monster took down a player, it would seize their lifespan. By absorbing their lifespan, it could evolve to become stronger. Tanfeng activated a skill to lift his body. His hand tightened around the handle of the knife. At the same time, he activated stealth mode. His figure vanished from the open ground. The creep panicked, looking around, unable to detect the enemy. Just then, Tanfeng quietly appeared right above it. From above, he delivered a fatal stab, breaking the stealth mode. The system immediately announced, "You have dealt 174 damage. You have killed a level 1 creeper. You received 10 experience points." Lifespan from the monster transferred directly into Tanfeng's body. He didn't expect that just one blow could finish off the opponent, although he knew attacking the weak spot of the creeper could deal fatal damage. But this level of damage was indeed beyond expectations. At the same time, he unlocked a new skill, Backstab. These 4 skills specify, if you attack when not in the enemy's line of sight, damage will be doubled. Tanfeng exclaimed in surprise internally. So that's it. There's also a Backstab skill, activating multiple skills, at the same time as the profession, has pushed the damage to a terrifying level. Suddenly, Tanfeng paused for a few seconds. A flood of memories from his past life rushed back. He clearly remembered that before. A warrior's critical hit only dealt 40 damage, and it took a lot of time to take down one creeper, and he was even heavily injured. At that time, he also held the core of power in his hand, but he had actively given it to Tudu. Now Tanfeng holds the core himself. System notification. You have increased your lifespan by 3 years. Trade is possible. You have increased your lifespan by 54 years and 155 days. Trade is not possible. The power is gradually fading. 5 people were killed by the creeper. Each person lost at least 35 years of lifespan. In total, it must be more than 100 years. But when switching to the creeper, only 54 years remain. However, Tanfeng does not mind. Lifespan cannot be traded, temporarily useless. Suddenly, the Judgment Eye reacts, activating judgment power. The system continues. Congratulations, you have received the Infinite Evolution Talent. 4 primal level talents. When defeating monsters in single-player mode, you have a chance to receive evolution points, used to upgrade skills. Every 24 hours, you automatically receive 5 evolution points. If you defeat a boss-level monster in single-player mode, you will receive 100% evolution points. Currently, Tanfeng possesses 5 evolution points. He excitedly opens the system panel and murmurs, "Infinite Evolution." Can it also upgrade skills? In his previous life, he had never heard of this. Whether it was equipment or skill books, once dropped from a monster, they always fixed at the initial level, unable to change. It turns out, this is the power that transcends all rules and order. Tanfeng smirks, deciding to experiment. He chooses to upgrade Shadow Step and Backstab. One costs 4 evolution points. The skill was successfully upgraded. Shadow Step advanced from normal to bronze, allows invisibility for 12 to 16 seconds. When attacking, the invisibility state is broken, but the next attack increases damage by 60-90. The cooldown time reduces from 28 to 26 seconds. Backstab advanced from lower to normal level. With passive effects, attacking from behind increases damage by an additional 10% to 15%. After that, Tanfong clenches his fist, filled with excitement. The invisibility time of Shadow Step has increased to 16 seconds. When combined with Stealth Mastery, this time doubles, reaching 32 seconds. With such a long invisibility time, he nearly achieves infinite invisibility. If this skill continues to be upgraded even upon a creeper, even a full-blooded can be taken down by him in one blow. Suddenly a voice rang out from behind. "Look at that skinny kid over there. He took down the monster by himself." Another voice chimed in. "I told you this game is very simple." The girl next to that man praised him enthusiastically. "You're really amazing. With your stamina, you could take on 10 more people."
Brothers, 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 brothers.
Brothers, brothers, brothers. Brothers, 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 brothers. A voice spoke up. "Brother, I see you're having a hard time going alone. Do you want me to take you with me?" Tanfong immediately activated stealth, disappearing. The two people were surprised. "Hey, he's gone. Where did that guy go?" Kengtu laughed loudly. "He must be scared of my muscular body." But the monster had gotten very close. The girl and Kengtu turned pale and screamed, "Oh my God, what kind of monster is this?" The monster bit down, black blood splattering everywhere. Level 1 Nurturer Bronze rank. Level 1 Spiderling Normal rank. Tanfong had been defending with stealth beforehand. The Nurturer is a beginner boss, with about 600 health, far beyond the capacity of a new player to handle. Moreover, it commanded a small swarm of spiders. Tanfong quietly charged towards the boss. He whispered, just in time to test the power of my newly upgraded skill. He aimed for the Nurturer's eyes. He unleashed a critical strike. The boss howled. Its body swayed. Tanfong immediately went back into hiding. He retreated using stealth. It couldn't detect him. The monster could only growl uselessly. The system notified you have dealt 338 damage. Targeting a weak spot, Tanfong hid behind a branch to avoid danger. He thought to himself how lucky he was to be fast enough. Otherwise, with just over 130 health, being hit would mean instant death. The system continued. You received 9 points of damage. But Tanfong didn't care. He was excited because the previous hit dealt over 300 damage. So refreshing. The monster began to ravage the surrounding trees. Poisonous blood splattered everywhere. Tanfong's eyes shone brightly. It's gone crazy. He realized that these monsters are very intelligent. Not only do they stand still and take the hit, but they also react flexibly. He bent down to pick up a stone, observing the boss's erratic attacks. The boss was attacking recklessly. The small spiders were on high alert, making it difficult for him to approach easily. But Tanfong guessed correctly. The one controlling them continued to cause chaos, and he threw a sturdy stone at it with force. The stone hit the spider in the stomach. System notification: you dealt 299 damage. Attack the weak point. Tanfong still held another stone tightly. Sure enough, his main damage came from escape attacks, the invisibility from Shadow Phantom, and profession-enhancing skills. Therefore, even throwing stones at enemies dealt significant damage. He leaned back to gain momentum for another throw. When Shadow Phantom's cooldown was up, he threw another stone through the baby spider's head, activating effects like sneak attack and backstab. The system announced you dealt 279 damage. Attack the weak point. Tanfong stepped back behind a tree. He activated Shadow Phantom to re-enter stealth mode, waiting for the cooldown before continuing to attack. In the peaceful town, a shocking event occurred. The leaderboard was updated. The player Shadow Phantom had defeated the level 1 Copper boss, becoming the first to reach level 2. The level leaderboard for Shelltown was launched. This news stunned the players in the town. "Oh my, I was killed by a minor monster twice and still don't understand what happened. And someone has already soloed a boss." One person exclaimed, "If AI knows this amazing guy, introduce me to him." "Did you really solo?" "No way. There's only one name on the leaderboard." A trembling voice, Sister Lei Tu Bung Toi, was the one who just left. Lei Tu is unbelievable. How did he reach level 2 so fast? Unscientific, and he even took down a boss. Another person doubted. "Our whole team couldn't even kill a regular monster. Yet he soloed the Copper boss." Is the system reporting incorrectly? Kang Tu and the girl with him were also stunned when they saw the giant spider was defeated. When seeing the giant spider being defeated, even though there are still small spiders around, the shadow is an AI. Could it be the invisible assassin from earlier? On the side of Tanfong, the system continued to announce, "You have killed the Copper level Nurturer. You received 300 experience points. Congratulations, you have reached level 2. You received 2 evolution points. The ranking board of Voso Town has opened. You receive 1 reputation point. The announcement has been sent to the whole town." Tanfong, while absorbing the power, felt regret. as the large spider died, causing the small spiders to scatter in panic. He silently blamed himself for being careless. He should have eliminated the small spiders first to gain more experience. The system continued. You gained 46 days of lifespan, which can be traded. Skill book, Greedy Hand of Copper. The Corrosive Pain of Copper. Total attack power plus 35, agility plus 4. Requires 1 point of infinite evolution, 2 points. Seeing the Sarang book skill, Tianfeng was immediately surprised. Greedy Hand Copper skill of the Assassin system. Allows use on monster corpses. Has a 20% chance to receive additional loot. He did not expect a copper boss to drop this. The divine skill of the Assassin system. Tianfeng understood the Greedy Hand well. In the later stages after defeating a strong boss, this skill provides a 20% chance to receive additional loot. He remembered in his previous life in the Godslayer Guild, a member with average strength became sought after thanks to this skill, always having bodyguards. Tianfeng was even more surprised when thinking about the infinite evolution talent. He looked at his hand and murmured, even though the Greedy Hand only had a 20% chance combined with this talent, wouldn't the drop rate of loot increase infinitely? The serene classroom scene continued amidst the chaos. Tan Tudu's friend anxiously asked, Tudu, aren't you going to apologize to your brother? Yesterday we skipped the exam to secretly cheer for Tongfi. He must be really angry. Tan Tudu replied sulkily, I didn't do anything wrong. Why should I apologize? If it weren't for him, we would have almost missed the entrance yesterday. He should apologize to me. Her friend sighed, but he's really nice to you. Sometimes I'm jealous because you have a brother like that. Tudu grumbled, nice my foot. He only knows how to boss me around all day. Besides, he's not even my real brother. Having Tongfi is enough. Her friend changed the subject. By the way, what happened to your face? Tudu hesitated. It was from falling. As they entered school, they saw a crowd gathered. What's going on? Why are there so many people around our class? Her friend squeezed in and saw a student slumped over the desk. Everyone around was confused. She was surprised. What happened to Trung V? Why is he transparent? Another student sweated. I don't know. Earlier, Vi said he wanted to catch up on sleep, and now he's like this. Some people shouted, that's crazy. Vi's case is not unique. It's spreading all over the internet. It seems everyone in the world is experiencing this. Some experts believe that simply sleeping can cause people to enter a state of transparency, but the cause is still unclear. The girl quickly pulled out her phone. I need to call my parents right away. She turned to Tudu. You should also call your brother. Remind him to be careful. Tudu grumbled, I'm not going to reach out to him. Someone like him is better off dead. Meanwhile, Tianfeng continued to thrive with his new skills. The Greedy Hand evolved successfully. From bronze to gold, the Assassin system now has a 20% to 70% chance of obtaining additional loot from monster corpses. He learned this skill immediately. The system announced that the Greedy Hand skill was successfully judged. You received 2 evolution points. You received 46 days of tradable lifespan. But Tianfeng laughed loudly. The Luck NDT0 earned an additional 2 evolution points, just 3 more points to upgrade the Greedy Hand to level 3, achieving a 100% loot acquisition rate. He activated the stealth potential. He thought the countries must have discovered this issue. More and more people flocked to the game. He needed to speed up. First, he equipped what he could, the Corrosive Dagger attack power, plus 35 agility, level 1 requirement. Walking through the forest, Tianfeng told himself that soon everyone would realize that skills and equipment in the game could be applied to reality. At that time, the world would be plunged into a bloodstorm. To use skills and equipment in real life, 2 conditions must be met. Reach level 10 and have enough tradable lifespan. Hunting small monsters is too slow. He needed to find stronger bosses. Suddenly, a scream echoed. Run away! Tianfeng moved to the cliff, carefully looking down. The creeper was attacking another team, a level 2 runner bronze grade. Tianfeng watched with interest. The runner was indeed a pillow when he was feeling sleepy. But the warrior facing the monster surprised him. Wait, that's Vung Man. I didn't expect to see him here. He remembered the rumors when Vung Man first entered the game. He had formed a team with 6 players, all of whom had hidden professions. Vung Man shouted, Holy Shield. A protective barrier appeared to block the attack. Vung Man's hidden profession as a Holy Shield warrior had double the attributes of a regular warrior along with unbeatable skills. The sorceress girl in the team gathered a fireball aiming straight at the runner's arm. Tianfeng silently assessed that the damage from the mage class prophet was double that of a regular mage accompanied by a fireball. He also quickly analyzed the other supporters' hidden professions. The sharpshooter with keen eyes had double the attributes of a regular archer. With continuous shooting skills, the priest of the divine journey has double the healing ability of a regular priest. Starts with a group healing skill, but the attacks and magic are off target. The monster charges at Wang Mang, pushing him back. The archer shouts, "No, this boss is too fast. It's hard to hit from a distance." Wang Mang crouches down and orders the healer heal me. The others continue to attack, whittling down the boss's health until it dies. Tunfeng hears this and thinks to himself, whittling down Wang Mang's health is too optimistic. He forgets that this is the wilderness. If the battle drags on too long, as Tan Feng predicts, other monsters will emerge from behind Wang Mang, easily attracting more monsters. Charging forward, he observes closely and recognizes a level 2 polluted creature, a common grade. Its body is covered in dark brown mud, specializing in ranged attacks. Another warrior swings his sword and charges in, shouting, "Hey, boss, be careful!" The sword-wielding person immediately draws Tan Feng's attention. He thinks to himself, "Wow, there's even a hidden profession I've never seen before." Even so, the damage he deals is only in the tens, hardly significant. However, his defensive ability is indeed impressive. Suddenly, the monster spits out a sticky, slimy substance, immobilizing the entire team and putting them in a bind. Disgusting! Damn it! This is a dangerous place. Our movement speed is severely reduced. The girl mage screams in panic before being grabbed by the monster. "Help me!" From the cliff, Tan Feng suddenly disappears. He dives down, delivering a sharp slash that beheads the monster. The archer, the priest, and even Wang Mang are stunned. The girl mage exclaims as she sees the monster's body fall. "One hit to take down the polluted creature. What? Who is that? Is someone helping us?" And the sword wielder struggles to get up, muttering, "Even a level 1 creeper takes us over 10 seconds to take down." Yet this level 2 polluted creature was killed almost instantly. How could that be? Another monster behind him also gets hit and vanishes. He panics. It's indeed an understanding of the death agent. "Do you see it as AI?" The mage girl quickly replies, "I see nothing at all." Wang Mang quickly calms the team, his voice determined, "I hope this person comes to help us. Don't lose focus. Keep fighting." The whole team concentrates on the creeper. "Now only the fast runner Bormans. Keep the pace as it was before," Wang Mang commands. Meanwhile, Tan Feng hides in the tree branches, quietly enjoying the rewards. System notification. You have defeated the level 2 polluted creature X2. You have received 40 experience points. You have received 1 evolution point. You have picked up a normal grade poisonous dart skill book. You receive 8 days of lifespan that can be traded. Tan Feng opened the system panel and decided to upgrade the poisonous dart. This skill deals continuous damage at medium and long range. He thought to himself, "Good, let's evolve right away." The poisonous dart was upgraded to silver level, a skill of the assassin class. It allows throwing darts at a maximum distance of 14 melee, dealing 120 base damage, along with a poison status. The extreme poison deals 50% continuous damage. Every second adds a debuff effect lasting 5 seconds, cannot stack with a cooldown time of 5 seconds, requires level 2. Suddenly, a fast-moving enemy rushed in and stabbed Wang Mang in the stomach. He was lifted up screaming in pain. The teammates were confused. The priest tried to heal him, but to no avail. "No, the health isn't recovering in time." Wang Mang struggled to say, "Everyone run." Boss from above. A dart shot down, striking straight into the monster's head, causing green blood to spray everywhere. Attack its weak point. Oh, the team was dumbfounded. What is that? In an instant, the boss lost half of its health. Wang Mang was released as the monster writhed in pain. Green blood stained its body. The blood of the fast enemy dwindled over time. Finally, it collapsed. The system announced, "Your damage rate exceeded 90%. The loot belongs to you. You have defeated the fast enemy of bronze level. You receive 600 experience points. Congratulations, you have reached level BA. You receive 2 evolution points. You receive 55 days of lifespan that can be traded." Tan Feng held the dart, evaluating. "I didn't expect the continuous damage of the poisonous dart to perfectly coordinate with the passive skill. Combined with the potential image, I can go invisible and throw infinite darts in the early and mid stages. No monster is a match." An energy orb appeared, causing Wang Mang to panic. "Is this damage even human?" The orb quickly dissipated. He exclaimed, "The loot light has disappeared." Wang Mang stood up and looked around. "Brother, I don't know what kind of deity you are, but thank you for saving my life." Tan Feng, still hidden, coldly replied, "Thank me. In this wilderness, do not trust anyone easily. Vung Mun nodded in understanding. I understand now. Thank you for the reminder, Elder. I will not disturb the Elder while checking the equipment. I am Vung Mun. If you need help later, just find me. The team chattered. Elder, I am Break. Bloom, a death dealer. Can I be friends with you? Vung Mun shouted, stop talking, let's go. Tanfong paused and thought, Vung Mun NDT0 is more trustworthy. Behind him is the great Xia government and ample resources. What I lack is a stable sales channel. Later I can sell him items that he doesn't need to activate. A greedy hand. The system announced, congratulations, you received BA evolution points. You received 55 trading lifespan days. Received sprint leather pants of bronze. He immediately equipped the bronze sprint leather pants. Equipped assassin system. Physical defense +8. Resistance to all elements +5. Cooldown speed +15%. Requires level 2. Tanfeng is satisfied with this harvest of NDT0. He still has many equipment and skill books from other professions. When the backpack is full, he will return to town to exchange them for trading lifespan. Looking up at the sky, he murmured, my growth speed has far exceeded my previous life by 100 times. Tung Fi Tao, I will find you soon. At this moment, a group of other players was struggling against a mob of monsters. Realizing the urgent situation, they shouted, no way. The monsters are getting more numerous, run fast. But that intention was extinguished by a gigantic figure. Hey, what are you all still dazed for? They were facing a strange monster. Frail body, frantic eyes. What is this? The monster strained and released thorny vines striking the group. They were pulled back to town, tumbling down. Usually a gathering place for players now engulfed in confusion. Everyone whispered, have you heard someone is willing to pay 10,000 to ask the Dark Elder for help? Leveling up due to dying too much. Lifespan is decreasing. The wealthy have begun to take action. How can commoners like us compete? Tanfeng stepped out from the forest, confirming on the screen. A carpet was rolled out flying. Here an item for equipment and skills, only sold for 10 minutes and want to buy, hurry up. The crowd of players was astonished. Wow, when did this person appear? He is wearing 2 bronze items and also intends to sell more. This is the one who defeated the bronze boss. Why are they looking up at his name? Dark Shadow. This is indeed Dark Shadow at the top of the leaderboard. They whispered, why can't we see his face clearly? He activated the full concealment feature, truly mysterious. A wizard approached and asked, how much do you sell this ice needle technique for? Tanfeng respond, 100 trading lifespan days. This woman is Grey Rose, ranked 11 in the Voso town, also activated full concealment. She hesitated. 100 days is a bit much. Can you sell for cheaper? He explained, the normal level ice needle technique is very strong for the special magic system at the current monster hunting stage. 100 days is already cheap. Grey Rose asked further, can I use real-world money? Goody Tanfeng provided a solution. If you have money, buy someone else's lifespan first and then trade with me. Otherwise, if the AI offers a higher price, I'll keep the item for you. Grey Rose raised an eyebrow. Wait a moment. She turned back to the group and exchanged messages. What should we do? With Ice Needle Technique, our team can quickly reach BA level and leave the game. One person replied, thanks to your leadership, we've progressed so fast. I do not object. The whole group agreed. Grey Rose nodded. Okay, then everyone transfer the lifespan that can be traded to me. When we return to reality, I will transfer cash to everyone. Grey Rose ordered female mage quickly gather the required amount. Here are 100 days of tradable lifespan. Tanfeng silently assessed a level 2 team must defeat at least 30 to 40 creepers. Therefore, their total tradable lifespan must exceed 100 days. The system notified you have sold the Ice Dagger Technique skill book. Received 100 days of tradable lifespan. Tradable lifespan increased from 268 days to 368 days. Just as Grey Rose left, Lizzie rushed over, speaking forcefully. Finally found you. Shadow, she declared. I give you a chance. Promote me to BA, and when I return to the real world, I'll pay you 10,000 cash. The people around broke into a cold sweat. Upon hearing that someone was spending 10,000 to find Shadow, it turned out to be true. This person just earned 10,000 like that. Tanfeng frowned as he looked at the girl, and he immediately recognized her as Zheng Le. In his previous life, she was the leader of a crime gang ultimately wiped out by the government. She was still boasting, my dad is the chairman of Daejiang Real Estate Company. You can look it up at will. You don't need to worry about me lacking money. Tanfeng saw through her intentions early on. Reports from the previous life showed that Jianglei used cash to buy tradable lifespan as bait, then kidnapped players, forcing them to work illegally, even killing those who disobeyed. In real life, he cursed her under his breath and bluntly refused. "I decline." Zhonglei faced him defiantly. "Shadow, even if you are strong in the game, currently no one understands what this game is about. Follow me, I guarantee you will have a prosperous life. Good food, nice clothes, luxury cars, villas, beautiful women, everything you want." Ai Tanfeng ignored her, coldly replying, "If you don't buy anything, don't obstruct my business." What good is cash? The currency that dominates this world is tradable lifespan. Zhonglei's face twisted with anger. "I spit on you. I value you enough to invite you to lead the team. If it were in the real world, I would have given you a beating by now." Tanfeng stood his ground. The killing intent flared up, and he added one more sentence. "I will turn your lifespan into negative energy." The terrifying aura from him made Zhonglei and her team panic and hurriedly flee. "Run, wait for me," they shouted while running away. After that, Tanfeng continued trading, raking in quite a bit. The system notified, "You have sold the bronze level 5 Quang cloak. Received 19 days of tradable lifespan." Tradable lifespan increased from 527 days to 546 days. "Done, let's pack up," he murmured. A player with a staff shouted, "Such power." Tanfeng smiled. After packing up, he prepared to continue his next target hunt. The cursed one, Vinrakchun. Tanfeng's figure vanished into the air, thanks to Shadow Step. At this moment, no one knows how long the trading lifespan can turn skills into reality. Nor did anyone expect that the game Divine Drop would cause the order of the real world to collapse. Tanfeng's gaze became more determined. The values that were once proud will soon become meaningless. Only personal strength is the foundation of everything. The people around were confused. "Hey, where did you go?" How mysterious, disappeared completely. "What kind of profession is this?" Zhonglei's group ran into an alley. Everyone was out of breath, she bitterly shouted. "That shadow guy not only rejected my terms, but also dared to threaten me. Just wait until I return to the real world. I will definitely catch and kill you." Lazy stepped out from the alley. A guy introduced himself. "Hello, Sister Lazy. I am Mao Lituan. You can call me Old Mao. I am currently level 2, know a few tips for leveling up. I can help you level up." "So does that 10,000 still count?" Zhonglu crossed her arms curiously. "What tips?" Old Mao was vague. "I don't share with ordinary people. But for you, Sister Lazy, to show sincerity, I will make an exception this time." He pointed out, "To level up quickly, you must allocate all 5 initial attribute points to agility. That way, when you run at full speed, you will be a bit faster than the creepers understand." Yes, Zhongli realized that was how it was. "So this game is played that way?" She gritted her teeth. "Damn it, I already allocated 5 points to strength." She praised him for having some skills. "Fine, level me up. But you are not as strong as me, so I will only pay 5,000. Level me up to level BA. I will transfer the money when I return to the real world." Old Mao nodded. "No problem. That shadow guy, although strong, clearly has a problem with his brain. 10,000 is that easy, but he doesn't want it." What an idiot. At this moment, Tanfeng had returned to the branch in the forest. The cursed one was now tall, more terrifying, having evolved into a silver boss. Gray mist wrapped around its body. It showed signs of still advancing. He created poisonous darts in his hand. From silver to gold, it takes at least 7 to 8 hours. "I'm too lazy to wait," he mumbled. He threw the dart at the monster's weak point, causing massive damage thanks to breaking the hidden poisonous blood of the cursed one pouring like rain. Combined with the harassment effect of Tanfeng's darts, using stealth to hide from the monster gathering a magical orb. The silver boss has 2 to 3 times more health. The copper boss requires careful strategy. The monster roared, raising the orb to unleash explosive magic that shook the ground. Tanfeng jumped away, keeping a calculated distance. The cursed one is a magic-type boss, mainly using high-damage area attacks. After throwing the dart, he must retreat immediately to avoid its attack range. With current vitality and defense, any hit would mean certain death. The monster's eye sockets are glowing. It unleashes a wide-area attack with a barrage of strikes. Tanfeng is hiding and dodging, waiting to find the shadow from this afternoon. The boss's attacks are weakening. Just as expected, he immediately hides again to escape the attack range. Gripping the poisoned dagger tightly, he lunges directly at the monster's eye. He unleashes a hidden strike. The health bar drops significantly with many bleeding effects. The cursed one lowers itself and runs on all fours. Tanfeng follows, drawing another blade. Seeing its health is low, the boss tries to flee. Then he smirks and jumps as the monster frantically runs away. Good, just die quietly, saving me some effort. He performs a familiar strike, stabbing straight at its head. The system notifies you have defeated the cursed one of silver rank. You receive 1,800 experience points. Congratulations, you have leveled up to level 5. You receive 4 evolution points. You receive 124 days of lifespans that can be traded. Tanfong is amazed that the power from it helps him level up by 2. He also earns 4 evolution points. He activates the greedy hand to appraise the energy cores on the ground. The greedy hand skill has successfully judged. You receive double the bonus reward. The silver rank boss gives 12 evolution points and 372 days of lifespan for trade. He exclaimed among the white orbs, a standout item. The bonus effect of the greedy hand activates. A loot upgraded from a silver to gold. Gold tier item. Tanfong is excited. No wonder the greedy hand of Jade has a 20% chance to upgrade loot quality. He kneels down to inspect. 7 to 8 items fell, but the backpack only has 10 slots left. After killing the boss, having to run back to clean up is really time-consuming. Hopefully the cursed one drops a storage ring or something to increase inventory slots. Tanfong's hand reaches out to touch the radiant light. His battle has ended, but in Wizard Town they just returned to cheer for Wang Mang, finally surviving to return. They cheer thanks to the great leader Wang Mang. We just leveled up to level 3 to get back to town. Yes, Wang Mang is humble. This is a team effort. The sorceress regrets. It's a pity she didn't get to befriend the elder. It must be because I'm covered in mud that the elder dislikes me. The team teases, if you wore this new gear, who knows, he might agree. The leaderboard suddenly updates. Darkness reaches level 5. The crowd is shocked. What? From level 3 to level 5 in a leap. How strong of a boss did he kill? Just 10 minutes ago, I saw the elder selling gear. How could he level up 2 levels so quickly? One person jokes, my sister is 18 years old. I hope the elder likes her so I can benefit. Come on, another team shouts. Take me to level up. Forget it. 10,000. He doesn't even care. The younger sister of the young man in the Vungmun team swears. I just entered high school. The elder has reached level 5. Is there still a chance for people to live? 4 Vungmun speaks up to lift the spirits. Don't think too much. First, let's return to reality. Notify relatives and friends about the divine game. Abandon the entire team. Press the button on the screen. Disappear. The world is about to fall into chaos. At the very least, we should prepare for our loved ones to meet first. Yes, Vungmun wakes up in bed, holding his head. People around cheer. Hurry, look, Vungka is awake. Inform the team leader. Vungka is awake. Teammates surround Vungka. Are you okay? Is everything all right? You're making us worried sick. Do you know how you look? Your body is completely transparent. Yesterday I told you to rest. I will keep an eye on the suspect. Vungmang is sweating profusely, yelling. Hurry, gather everyone immediately. Something big has happened. A stunned voice echoed in the police station. You reported that you formed a team with a hidden profession. Almost got eliminated and then saved by that AI. Yes, Vungmang confirms. That's right. His name is Bong Toy. When he saved us, he was only in high school. But when we reached high school level, he was already at level 5. He jumped 2 levels at once. Colleagues are amazed that he jumped 2 levels. If he's already at level 5, isn't he the best in the world? How did he do that? Vungmun guesses he must have killed some strong boss. A police officer frowned. According to you, Bong Toy reached level BA an hour ago. Why hasn't he returned? Is there really no family to notify in reality? Yes, Vungmun shrugged. I'm not sure, but it could be true. The only girl on the team spoke up. Could it be that Bong Toy is an ordinary time traveler? Did Konyi just rise so quickly, right? The gaze of everyone made her embarrassed. Did I say something wrong? The middle-aged man reminded Anvu to read less fiction. In such a serious situation, don't joke around. He changed the subject. The information Vungmun provided about the divine game aligns with data from above. New research shows that some elderly people die immediately after sleeping. Comparing the data, those who died had died multiple times in the game. Everyone was stunned. In other words, if life expectancy in the game runs out, they will die in real life. One person in the team exclaimed, "This is a supernatural phenomenon beyond our understanding." The team leader nodded, his voice serious. That's right, we are likely facing an unidentified superpower invasion. The participants in the meeting listened attentively. Superiors have issued an emergency order to form a vanguard team in local areas. The mission is to explore the divine game and gather 10 pieces of intelligence. We must build a professional force as soon as possible. The team leader's voice echoed, emphasizing the seriousness. This is a globally impactful event. Currently, every country is putting in effort to explore this game. If we fall behind, we will lose our initiative on the international stage. We must obtain intelligence at all costs. The chief of police assigned the task, Envu. I appoint you as the team leader of Team 1. The girl replied decisively, understood. He continued, Vuong Man, you nodded indifferently to acknowledge the order. Their target is aimed at Chin Feng. The chief explained, according to Vuong Man, Shadow has a good personality. You can try to connect with him. I chose Envu as the team leader because her personality is suitable for investigating Shadow. He emphasized, I hope you all can soon identify Shadow's true identity. The best thing is to have the government establish a cooperative relationship with him to exploit the information he holds. The priority mission for the rest is to maintain social stability. Do you understand? The sky outside was tinted with sunset colors. The meeting quickly ended and dispersed. Meanwhile, Xiaodu's school was still brightly lit. The students had not yet finished school. Her friends around her were chattering excitedly. Zhang Wei told that people from the same area would appear in the same town of New Show while sleeping. Really, no way I have to go home. I need to take care of my parents. They have never played games. Surely they won't adapt. A friend reassured, don't worry, you can develop on your own first and help your parents later. Tan Xiaodu quietly checked her phone, feeling full of frustration. Such a big deal. And Qinfeng hasn't contacted me at all. Why hasn't he apologized? I was too proud, she recalled, every time she was angry. In the past, Qinfeng always found a way to appease her. But today, not only did he not comfort her, he even hit her. Even my parents have never hit me. She grew even angrier. I just skipped school to go see the concert of Song Fi. Damn, Qinfeng. If you don't apologize 1,000 times this time, I will absolutely not forgive you. Suddenly, a look of excitement lit up Xiaodu's face. Luckily, I went to see Song Fi yesterday. Otherwise, after this divine game incident, it might be hard to have another chance. The image of her idol filled her mind. We stood so close to him yesterday. Hey, Xiaodu blew a kiss, dreamily Song Fi. Tears streamed down her face from happiness. I miss you so much. Suddenly she exclaimed, that's right. Xiaodu's eyes brightened. If sleeping means entering the game, then Song Fi must definitely be there. She blushed, her heart racing. As long as she enters the game, she will find him. She hurriedly changed clothes and made plans. Zhang Wei leveled up to BA so quickly he must be a master. I have to ask him for advice. Zhang Wei, surrounded by a crowd, received a message. Zhang Wei Master, do you have any strategies to teach me? He smirked. O Tan Xiaodu, even the noble goddess is looking for me. Asking for strategies is a golden opportunity if I can win Xiaodu's heart. He replied enthusiastically, do you ask the right person? It's a secret when you enter the game, put all 5 initial attribute points into agility. Otherwise, you'll be tormented by monsters due to slow speed. What if you're a mage? Do you need to increase agility? Little Du asked. Zhang Wei replied, yes, agility is not useless for the magic system. It increases casting speed, extremely important in the early stages. She continued, but what if you increase agility and still can't hit? Little Du read the message, completely trusting it. Zhang Wei messaged, don't worry, Little Du. When someone in the town reaches level 5, the teleportation array will light up. At that time, you can comfortably form a team to level up. When the array activates, I'll find you to take you with me. Little Du hugged her knees, dreaming, that's great. These followers are also useful. I found someone to be the shield. Tan Feng said, just pretend. By the time you enter the game, you won't know how many levels I've surpassed you. At that point, don't expect me to help you level up. At this moment, Tan Feng sat in front of the light cores, picked up an item, cursed ring of the golden level for all professions. All attributes, +8 dark element resistance, +26. Weak point attack, coefficient +0, requires level 4. He exclaimed, each attribute +8 is equivalent to 32 attribute points, equal to the total attributes of someone else at level 3. Plus dark element resistance is extremely useful when fighting monsters. The weak point attack coefficient increased from 1.5 to 1.6. He continued to check, finding another item. Explosive strength around the user. Thanks to upgrading the Shadow Shield Slash to silver level. Assassin system skill. Flash, charge maximum 15 mon, turns invisible for 5 seconds, delivering 3 slashes to all enemies in the path. A cooldown time of 12 seconds requires level 4/width 2.1 mim. Each slash adds 100 attack power at 100% counts as a back attack, but doesn't deal weak point damage. A super strong area attack tech moving while invisible. He activated Greedy Hand. Still a few evolution points left. Let's evolve Greedy Hand first. The system announced you have consumed 8 evolution points, 4 points remaining. Greedy Hand upgraded from Jade to Diamond. An assassin system skill used on monster corpses, 160 to 220% chance of receiving bonus loot. Bonus loot has a 20 to 40% chance to increase 1 grade. Tanfeng was even more excited about the superior progress. Now killing monsters will definitely yield an extra 2 parts of loot. Killing 1 monster is like another killing 3. There are still 4 evolution points, enough to upgrade Shadow Shield Slash to level 3. The system continued. You have consumed 3 evolution points, 1 point remaining. He was a bit disappointed. No reduction in cooldown time. So boring. But with Shadow Shield Slash, I'm almost achieving infinite invisibility. He opened his inventory, checking the remaining items. All garbage. But this silver level warrior red skill book can sell for quite a bit. Suddenly a rustling sound came from behind. A group of monsters rushed in, intending to ambush. Tanfeng calmly concealed himself. The level 4 climber is coming. Just in time. Use you all to test the power of the shield image slash. He swept past, unleashing a burst of the shield image slash, moving at incredible speed and dense density, tearing the monsters into hundreds of pieces. The system announced you have defeated the level 4 climber, earning 80 experience points and receiving 5 days of trading lifespan. As the monsters dropped, Tanfeng returned to a normal state. The monster killing efficiency improved significantly. If using poison shurikens, you must throw at least 2 shurikens. With the shield image slash, the fighting time is shorter, reducing the risk of surprise attacks. Tanfeng carefully calculated the current trading lifespan is 618 days. To bring equipment and skills into reality, at least 900 days are needed. Going back to sell items in the backpack, the trading lifespan will be close to the minimum limit. As soon as I reach level 10, I can extract skills and equipment into reality. While Tanfeng was still lost in his dreamy thoughts, a sudden loud shout echoed from afar, making his ears twitch slightly. Someone just announced excitedly, "Congratulations, the young lady has reached level 3. So is it time for her to fulfill her promise?" Just then, the group of Letu and Malaptuan unexpectedly appeared, looking no different than a boss hunting team that had lost its way. Letu quickly spoke up to reassure, his voice firm. His demeanor exuded absolute confidence. "Don't worry, our Zhang group never lacks the expertise to support you. Now let's return to reality. Here is my phone number. You can call directly, no need to go through the operator. Oh, by the way, can you sell all your lifespan to me today? We can start the transaction right now. I'll pay you 10,000 for each year of lifespan." Hearing Letu finish speaking, Malaptuan nodded in agreement without hesitation. Seeing this, Letu immediately put on his sandals and turned to leave, not forgetting to toss back a light but weighty remark, "Then we will wait for you in reality." Meanwhile, Malaptuan stood still, his mind spinning with strategic calculations that even the wind seemed to pause. He thought to himself that even if this game truly affected lifespan, it wouldn't be a concern. Lifespan is something that can be farmed back at any time. Only those who know how to turn gaming skills into real money like him deserve to be considered a top player, both capable and ambitious. After that, Tanfeng leisurely returned to the town, looking calm on the outside despite feeling slightly restless inside. He walked straight into the towering tower, looking no different than a gigantic candle, and quietly observed ahead, silent and composed to maintain a cool demeanor. At this moment, a confident thought flashed through his mind. In this way, the teleportation in the shell town has been successfully activated. Immediately, the system erupted. "Congratulations, you have activated the teleportation in Shell Town. You have received a significant reputation point. You can teleport for free once a day, but if you want to teleport more, you have to pay with your lifespan for that transaction. Currently, there are no other teleportation events activated in Zhanghai City." After reading that loud and blunt announcement, Tanfeng racked his brain and realized a tricky problem, that even AI seemed to want to avoid the 3 teleportation events in the town were supposed to be two-way. If only one is lit up, it's no different from turning on a light during the day. To use other towns, one must also reach level 5 and activate their own teleportation circle. Tanfeng suddenly remembered that in his previous life, Songfi in the Firefly town had been able to do that, so he immediately resolved, If one day that AI in Firefly Town activates the teleportation circle, I will be the first to receive the news and take advantage. But at this point, teleportation between towns still had no significant value, just effects for fun. Therefore, he set a big goal. I must reach level 10 at all costs and then head straight to the God-forgotten level 6 where the game truly begins. No longer a gentle warm-up. Not wanting to waste time, Tanfeng returned to the main street where the crowd was still bustling with chatter. He began setting up his goods for sale, his voice booming louder than a broken market. Selling equipment and skills here, only selling for 10 minutes. Fast AI will get it slow. AI will miss out. The townsfolk buzzed throughout the street upon hearing that. Someone even shouted with excitement, "Oh my gosh, the Dark Master has appeared." "Look over there," another person shouted excitedly. "The Master finally reveals himself." I have prepared 150 days of lifespan just waiting for the Master to release the goods to grab them right away. One person reminisced about the not-so-distant past, mumbling, "Last time the Master sold a technical flail that made the Grey Rose Guild soar to rank 2 on the leaderboard." Another person hoped, "I hope there are skill books for wizards this time." But then upon closer inspection, they found only a skill book for Silver Warrior. Immediately, someone rushed up without saying a word, grabbed the book and declared loudly, "This war book is mine, no arguing." And then the system immediately clapped to announce the successful transaction. Received 300 days of trading lifespan. One person standing nearby wondered, "Wow, spending 300 days of lifespan to buy a skill book, is it worth it?" Another person immediately replied, "It's worth it with this book. The warrior's monster clearing speed doubles. 300 days of lifespan. I can earn it back in 2 days. No worries." The items kept disappearing from the stall faster than rumors spread online. People shouted and clamored, "I want that cloak. Those shoes are mine. I want to grab everything just to be safe." The transaction ended so quickly that the system didn't even have time to blink. Tanfeng looked at the statistics with excitement. He silently calculated in just a brief minute everything had sold out completely. In total, there are 650 days of lifespan collected. Now your trading lifespan has reached 2,174 days. But thinking about closing the gap with the leaders in levels, attributes, professions, equipment, and skills in this cursed game, he still feels far behind some people. Can't buy a ticket for CA. It's no different from a fan missing out on concert tickets twice. I missed it every time. Me too, old man. Sell it one more time, please. Will it still be sold here next time? Please give me the coordinates to watch. While the crowd is still shouting the name of the death agent, a figure appears from the crowd waving, "Old man, I have a treasure here. Do you want to see it?" The girl slowly took out a ring that sparkled with a faint light. The information appeared clearly. Space ring adds 12 item slots, does not occupy ring or backpack slots. Tanfeng stared wide-eyed at the fancy item, quietly calculating in his mind space, This is a rare storage item. It is valuable because it does not take up space in the backpack or equipment slots, while players can only carry a maximum of 3 backpacks. Although this item can drop from any monster, the probability is so low that lighting incense for luck is faster. This girl is indeed extremely lucky to have picked it up so early. Previously, a 12-slot ring like this was sold for more than 600 days of lifespan. Tanfeng curiously turned to ask, "How do you plan to sell this?" The girl smiled shyly and replied nonchalantly, "I don't want to take your lifespan, old man. I just want to befriend you. By the way, I need your help to take our team to deal with a boss. Sounds reasonable?" Tanfeng nodded immediately, adding her as a friend without hesitation. The system happily announced the player in a black cloak and the death agent have agreed to be friends. Tanfeng did not let it go, asking further, "So what is the name of the boss?" The girl replied, "It's just a golden level boss. It's very far away. You can only see a shabby boat docked in the swamp looking utterly depressing." Tanfeng felt his heart pounding at this point. He murmured in his mind, "A shabby boat. Could it be the Golden Ghost Ship?" According to his memory, the Golden Ghost Ship is a rare boss. Meeting it is even harder than meeting a celebrity in real life. It can appear at any level, but the probability is pitifully low. Not to mention it often drops useful special items that turn farmers into tycoons. Every time it appears, guilds rush to compete and fight. But this boss usually only appears in high-level towns. So encountering it this early is extremely rare. Moreover, this girl belongs to Vung Mun's group. Clearly not an ordinary person. The more Tanfeng thought, the more suspicious he became. A familiar name echoed in his mind. Could this girl be Cam Lee, the legendary carp from his past life? To verify, he decided to ask further, How did you discover this golden boss? The agent didn't hesitate to share. Sincerely, I logged out to have dinner. When I logged back in, I planned to level up with the captain and some friends, but they were slow. What the heck, they're definitely slower than a turtle, so boring. Not knowing what to do, I went for a random stroll to enjoy the scenery. Who would have thought, under a cliff, I stumbled upon the golden boss appearing out of nowhere? Hearing this, Tan Feng quietly recalled the rumors from his previous life, that in Wang Meng's team there was a member exuding a special aura. Just wandering aimlessly was like running into rare bosses' treasures or sacred temples. Back then, he thought those rumors were just tricks by the authorities to create a smokescreen to hide classified information. Who would have thought that now he would realize it was actually true? It really was her. At this moment, Tan Feng suddenly fell silent, his face blank. The agent noticed. She looked at him with a half-curious, half-wary gaze. "Why are you staring at me like that?" He replied curtly, "It's nothing," and so they both walked away. But they were unaware that not far away, a shady figure was lurking behind the bushes, eavesdropping. This guy, after grasping the situation, sneakily slipped away and hurriedly reported, "Boss, that kid is taking a girl out of town." Upon hearing this, the boss tilted his head arrogantly, his voice booming as he ordered his subordinates. "Remember the old days when I led you all to conquer the East and West to become the rulers of Cat City. Now just follow me forward. I assure you will eat well and dress nicely. No need to toil anymore." As he finished, the boss became even more irritated, shaking his head in frustration. Indeed, that kid acted swiftly and had already started leading the girl along. Where are my brothers? Follow me to search right outside the town. Tanfeng looked at the agent and suggested, "I can help fight the boss. If it drops equipment or skill books that you can use, I'll give you the rest. Can I count on that?" The agent, upon hearing this, gaped but still nodded in response. "Oh, what about Captain Wang Mang and the others?" "All right, just go with your idea. But can I ask for a tiny condition?" Then Tanfeng curiously asked, "Your team already has enough professions. If the boss drops items for an assassin, wouldn't that mean my effort was wasted? What is your condition?" The agent proposed, her tone very sincere. "If you sell items to Captain Wang Mang and his group, could you give a little discount?" Tanfeng nodded immediately without hesitation. "No problem." Upon hearing the pleasant response, she clapped her hands and cheered, "That's great. So after Captain Wang Mang logs in, we can set off right away. Oh, by the way, where are we heading now?" Tanfeng replied clearly, "We are on our way to deal with a golden-level boss." Upon hearing this, the agent's expression changed faster than a transformation effect in a cartoon. She clutched her staff tightly. "Elder, you are the assassin, and I am the mage. If you can turn invisible, no one can touch you. But how can I endure this?" Tanfeng replied calmly, "I can handle it myself. You just stay in a safe spot and watch for fun." The agent Z blurted out, "Ah!" She gripped her staff, trembling, thinking to herself, "Going to handle the golden boss alone, the elder, is really impressive, but this is just too much." Just as she was lost in thought, Tanfeng disappeared before her eyes, leaving not even a strand of hair behind. She panicked and looked around, calling out loudly, "Elder, elder, where did you go?" Meanwhile, the group of followers behind were sneaking around. One of the henchmen reported in a panic, "Boss, that shadowy figure has vanished." The boss was not worried at all, even laughing heartily. "I guarantee he tricked that girl and slipped away, leaving her all alone in the wilderness. Let's go catch that girl, have some fun, and then we'll decide what to do next. I told you following me means good food and nice clothes. No worries about the 7 misfortunes." He shouted, pointing, "That girl is standing all alone. Isn't that her?" The henchman chimed in excitedly. The boss was indeed a strategic genius, but just as they took a few steps and hadn't even reached Mu Tanfeng, suddenly appeared in their path. Before they could open their mouths, a thick cloud of black smoke enveloped them, leaving them in darkness, unable to see anything but the words "End of the film." Tanfeng did not hesitate, executing the shadow shield slash coldly and decisively, taking care of the entire group in an instant. The system promptly chimed in monotone. "You have eliminated 5 players and received a total of 12 days of lifespan you can trade." Tanfeng stood there watching the bodies disappear, sighed and thought to himself, "I'm broke. Taking down these guys isn't even worth hunting 2 small monsters." Once done, he returned to Agent Zai. She saw him and asked in surprise, "Oh, Elder, where did you just go?" He shrugged casually, nonchalantly. "There were a few people tailing me. I sent them back to the little town to rest early." After hearing this, she said nothing, just puffed her cheeks and replied, I thought you went to the bathroom. Then she continued, by the way, Elder, now that you have the invisibility skill, it must be super convenient to go to the bathroom, right? You can go wherever you want and no one will see. But wait, if your stuff is invisible, then anything that falls out will also be invisible, right? Just as her toilet philosophy was about to drift away, Tan Feng interrupted with a deadpan voice. Take me to find the boss you mentioned. Suddenly, the system lurking for who knows how long jumped in, pulling the girl to a strange village. She looked down at the staff in her hand. Her eyes sparkled with emotion as she examined the staff while walking. She exclaimed excitedly, oh, this is amazing. I can even feel the energy radiating from it. The villagers around were buzzing. Wow, there's a new person here, brothers. She joyfully shouted, this is great. I just received the hidden priest of life profession. It must be really powerful. This must be a perfect match for Tongfei. But then she murmured further, I wonder how Tongfei is doing now. Does he know the secret to gaining initial points? But then she suddenly remembered Tan Feng and immediately changed her attitude. That bastard Tan Feng. I wonder where he's hiding now, just lurking around all day. When needed, he disappears. But it's okay. I now have a hidden profession, and with Zhang Wei's support to level up Tan Feng, you're on your own. I don't have time to care. A moment later, the system displayed a sparkling notification. She stared, exclaiming, is this the leaderboard? Her eyes widened. Wow, Dark Shadow is ranked first and at level 6. She glanced down and saw Zhang Wei lagging at level 3, frowning, and thinking to herself, this guy dares to show off his strength. Clearly, Dark Shadow is the real boss. But she told herself, if Dark Shadow helps me level up, it will be faster than lightning. But the problem is, where can I find him now? While she was pondering, she suddenly noticed a group of young people chatting in the distance. A black-haired guy complained, damn it, I can't reach Zizuo at all. A gray-haired guy chimed in, without a caregiver, we're doomed. You guys, the blonde guy shrugged. We're not Dark Shadow, we can't go solo easily. I think we should find another caregiver to work with. Hearing their discussion, the girl had a bright idea. Without hesitation, she stepped forward and said loudly, hello everyone, are you looking for a caregiver? I have a hidden profession as a life priest. Meanwhile, in a quiet, deep forest, Tan Feng was admiring a tiger, suddenly exclaiming, sure enough, it's the ghost ship of gold. He immediately jumped down the cliff without counting his steps. Before leaving, he turned back and reminded Agent Z, you stay here and hide well. If someone ambushes, be careful, I'm going to deal with the boss. The girl nodded in agreement, not forgetting to remind, all right, big guy, be careful. When he arrived, the system that had been lurking suddenly activated an urgent notification. Due to the influence of the ghost ship, this area has become a chaotic zone. Lifespan flow speed has increased 100 times. Tan Feng thought to himself, the flow of time is 100 times faster. That means staying here for 15 minutes will cost a whole day of lifespan. Fortunately, this temporary chaotic area doesn't have too serious an impact. The system continued flashing notifications. Ghost Ship of Gold Special, Golden Grade, countdown time, 45 minutes. Tan Feng nodded, his mind spinning with calculations, telling himself, this special boss has a time limit. But 45 minutes is still plenty of time. Once I kill it, I'll have time to go back and bake. Without hesitation, he immediately opened with the shield Shadow Slash, a sharp strike hitting the monster. Inflicting a damage of 549 points, Tan Feng didn't stop continuously unleashing a combo. This time he unleashed a deadly throwing star and then added the shattering Shadow Strike for extra flair. The attack hit right at the weak point, causing a terrifying damage of 621 points, startling the boss. During the intense battle, he discovered a shocking secret. The real weakness of the boss isn't in its bones or hull, but in the cursed bell hanging at the bow of the ship. He shouted excitedly into the air. Its true weakness is that cursed bell at the bow of the ship. After being struck in a vulnerable spot, the boss erupted in fury. With glowing red eyes, it manipulated the surrounding water to launch a wide-ranging attack. This water attack was no joke, dealing damage so high that only warriors in silver-white gear could withstand it without shedding a tear in the early stages. Tan Feng sighed in relief, feeling lucky. Thanks to the agility characteristic of the shadow profession, he avoided danger. Otherwise, by now, he would probably be lying flat on the ground. Before he could celebrate, the boss summoned 12 foul-smelling water demons, causing the space to ripple. Each one in this group was as strong as a silver-white boss, making the situation heated. The water demons attacked chaotically, disrupting the formation. Every minute, the boss called another one. If not dealt with quickly, their numbers would rise enough to form a monster band that could crush his side. But Tanfeng remained supremely confident, thinking that with his invisibility skill, it would be harder for those monsters to find him than winning the lottery. As long as he picked the right angle, he could take down each one with a single blow. Thinking it, he executed his familiar skill, Shadow Blade Slash. Not far away, someone was quietly observing Wide-Eyed Tu-Hak, or rather Black Bloom, exclaimed emotionally while watching. Here, here, truly the #1 Dark Lord on the leaderboard. Oh my, the boss has lost 1/3 of its health already. He kept appearing and disappearing unexpectedly. Tanfeng turned around and shouted, Tu-Hak, I'm about to die. What? She asked back in confusion. What? He replied nonchalantly without any emotion. You don't need to do anything, just wait for me to revive. She struggled, her voice panic-stricken. Huh? Why is that? Master, you are clearly in the upper hand. He retorted, aren't you Tu-Hak? She nearly shouted. Oh, my master, my name is Black Bloom, also known as Hak Bolum, or Dai Li Tu, not Tu-Hak. He nodded, his tone unusually calm. Got it. Meanwhile, in a nearby area, a group of people was fiercely pursuing, their faces filled with determination for revenge. The leader gritted his teeth and growled, damn it, I was once a legendary player who took the community by storm from village to provincial level, and now I'm humiliated by a kid. A lackey jumped out to report, Boss, we found that girl, she's at the edge of the cliff ahead, and the shadow guy is soloing the boss at the foot of the cliff. The leader narrowed his eyes and hissed, good, this time I'm calling all the brothers. I don't believe we can't kill that guy. While the battle was intense, Tanfeng faced a headache-inducing challenge. He thought to himself, this is the 4th challenge and the toughest one yet. The boss began to unleash a powerful wave of soul energy, sweeping the entire area clean. As a result, the state of immobilization lasted 5 seconds, leaving Tanfeng frozen, unable to move. He quietly said to himself, now there's no way to escape. Dai Li Tu observed silently from above, holding tightly onto his staff, his heart racing. Tanfeng braced himself, deciding to unleash his ultimate move, sacrificing himself with the boss playing for his life. The system blared a warning, first you have died. You have lost 7,326 years of lifespan, trading is not possible. Before he could catch his breath, the second notification rang out, you have died. You have lost 708.7 days of lifespan, trading is possible. Up above, the leader jumped for joy. Haha, this is great. This fool thought he was a superhero and challenged the golden boss all by himself. He pointed at the boss, shouting, wow, this dark dog is really rich. Look at that big light orb, at least several hundred days of lifespan. Hurry up, everyone. The boss is down to half health killing. It will be a big win. The group of followers chimed in. And there's a heap of lifespan to collect. This is only half of what it lost. This big dog deserves to be taken down today. The little dog will feast on the big dog. But just as they were all cheering, a gigantic glowing object fell from the sky, leaving the celebrants stunned. The group was sent back to town on a forced round-trip ticket after a total wipe, their faces pale. The few survivors were furious, unleashing a stream of curses. It's like a market collapse, damn it. How can this boss be so tough? The dark guy managed to knock off half its health, yet as soon as they touched the edge of the swamp, they got blasted in the face by a water column, dying instantly. The small monsters are as numerous as ants. How can we fight them anymore? Oh my God, this is ridiculous. One guy in the group emphatically stated, damn it, we've lost too much already. But whatever, let's go back. I refuse to believe this game is so dirty. Meanwhile, on the swamp's surface, a swarm of lifespan orbs suddenly appeared. Tanfeng found it strange and stepped closer to investigate, suspecting something was off. After a while of looking around and inhaling the air, he shouted towards a nearby boat, Dai Li Tu. Are you standing there? I'm back now. Tu-Hak, why are there so many lifespan orbs sprouting up here? Dai Li Tu saw him return and nodded in response. The big guy really came back quickly earlier. A whole bunch rushed in here and got sent back home by the water column. Tanfeng smirked after hearing this, confirming, so that's what happened. Haha, indeed, you guys don't know your own limits. At the same time, he recalled his memories of the Golden Raw ghost ship and pondered. After some analysis, he concluded that this ship could only use the immobilization skill once. The remaining health was completely manageable, but when the health dropped to half, it activated a teleportation skill, making the kill frustrating. Just then, the Golden Raw ghost ship reappeared. Tanfeng suddenly became serious, stretched his shoulders ready to unleash his move without any delay. He immediately pulled out a poisoned dart aimed straight at the bell on the bow of the boat and threw it with a whoosh, hitting the target. He smirked, nodding in satisfaction. Instantly, a pink mist spread from the boat throughout the swamp. Tanfeng crossed his arms, observed the development of the mist, and whistled softly. After a few seconds of intense analysis, he confidently guessed its direction of movement. Immediately, he unleashed a series of shadow strikes continuously. The group hiding in the distant corner saw this and whispered frantically, "Boss, look, that kid is soloing the boss again. Okay, let's keep an eye out and wait for a chance to ambush them." Dailiza glanced over and recognized the familiar group, muttering, "These blockheads are back again. What a persistent disaster. The big boss is about to finish the boss. I can't let these guys disrupt us." Without hesitation, she muttered a spell, channeling all her energy into the staff. Bolts of lightning shot out from the staff. She swung it up fiercely, shouting, "The gods say there will be thunder today." A bolt of lightning struck down from the sky, hitting the group, knocking two of them off the screen. The remaining group was horrified, shouting, "Damn it, who is shooting at us?" One of them pointed and yelled, "Boss, there's a sorceress over there. She's going all out." The boss yelled, noticing. Dailizi shouted rudely, "That woman wants to die. Kill her for me." Dailizi was taken aback, his face, pale hands, and feet trembling. She tightened her grip on the staff, turned, and ran faster than the wind, shouting, "Help! Help! Don't let me become roasted meat!" Behind her, the group chased after, faces flushed, shouting with determination, "Stop right there, or I'll kill you." Not far from there, two figures hiding behind a large tree silently observed, not saying a word. Their gazes were colder than a freezer, causing anyone who accidentally glanced over to get goosebumps. They exclaimed three words, "Pain, pain, pain." On Tanfeng's side, he was still focused on launching attacks, causing the boss to turn pale, its health dropping rapidly. Watching the boss gradually collapse, he thought to himself, "Finally, it's about to die, truly a boss from the Golden Ghost ship." Even though it was only level 5, taking it down was still quite a hassle. The damage Tanfeng dealt was still too low, causing the battle to drag on and attracting many onlookers. While facing the boss, his sharp eyes scanned the surroundings, quickly spotting someone lurking. Immediately, he calculated nervously. On that cliff, a familiar group was probably the ones blown away by the water column earlier. Next to the swamp, another guild was also lurking, waiting for the right moment. Tanfeng glanced around and smirked, thinking, "These guys must be counting every second, waiting for me to finish off the boss before rushing out to kill and loot." The idea is clever, but unfortunately they have miscalculated. Without a word, he suddenly unleashed an absolutely precise stealth move, finishing off the boss, instantly causing the entire map to shake violently. A system notification echoed. "You have defeated the Golden Ghost ship at the Golden level. You have received 4,800 experience points. Congratulations, you have reached level 8. You are awarded 7 evolution points. You have gained 216 days of lifespan, which can be traded." Just as he finished speaking, another notification appeared brightly. "The player Shadow from Shelltown is the first on the server to defeat the Golden level boss and receives 3 reputation points." This news spread quickly throughout the town, causing passersby to look up. Those who were climbing trees also came down to listen. The townspeople were abuzz. Is that the Golden boss? It's the first time someone has actually taken it down. Oh my God, what kind of monster is this Shadow that they are so powerful? Which country did Shelltown originally belong to? The first one to defeat the Golden boss must be a master from our great Korea. While everyone admired in awe, but someone was feeling annoyed, specifically Chin Xiaodi. She heard the news of Long stirring up trouble and thought that this Shadow was indeed capable of anything. If he helped her with leveling up, who knows, she might even meet Tongfi again. Although the boss had returned to the ancestors and the loot was scattered everywhere, strangely, Qin Feng did not appear at the scene. A guild that had been hiding early saw this and was excited, cheering without catching their breath. Haha, this boss dropped some serious good loot. That guy must have panicked and run away, not daring to pick anything up. One guy in the group immediately ordered, "Guang, quickly use your skill to track that guy, kill him, and monopolize all the loot." "Let me hear the order." Guang confidently stepped forward, puffed out his chest, and shot an arrow into the sky, looking majestic. Before long, from the sky, a giant eagle descended, cold and fierce to the bone. It was the Soul Phantom Hawk. The bird began to circle in the air, its sharp eyes scanning every bush and stone, searching for Qin Feng's position beneath the tall and dense grass. Qin Feng remained quietly in stealth mode, leisurely enjoying the scenery, his eyes following the bird as it flew in circles. The situation seemed tense, but he remained calm, a drop of sweat discreetly analyzing the Soul Phantom Hawk. Unexpectedly, this hunter had learned the stealth resistance skill so early. Impressive indeed. No wonder he dared to demand to deal with him to steal the loot. He slightly curled his lips, adding in his mind, it's a pity that his dark profession has level 11 stealth plus level 1 resistance. Even if they invited all his ancestors, they wouldn't find him. After a while of the bird flying and people looking without any gains, one guy reported in frustration, "Boss sees nothing at all. That kid probably saw us in numbers and ran away in fear." The boss nodded upon hearing this, concluding, well, at least he knows his place. He seriously led the group closer to the pile of loot, ordering, "Make it quick like a speech before the flag ceremony. We need to guard this pile tightly, absolutely no complacency. Be ready to fight at any time. The time to protect our claim is only 5 minutes after that. This pile officially belongs to us all wrapped up." Hearing this, the whole group nodded happily. Everyone thought this fan would definitely score big with no chance of missing out. But life is never easy. Just as they were excited and hadn't even divided the spoils, a series of unexpected ranged attacks hit them, causing their heads to spin and their legs to turn to jelly. Tanfeng appeared from nowhere behind them like a shadow, gently tapping each one on the shoulder with superior skills, then sent them all back to the city with one-way tickets. Once done, he stood in the quiet forest, looking at the pile of items, clicking his tongue in commentary. It's much quieter here now. Suddenly, he remembered something, scratching his head and mumbling, "Oh, where did that girl Little Black go? Well, I can find her later." In his mind, he seriously calculated the remaining evolution points, along with the points just earned from the boss, which were barely enough to level up the greedy hand by one more level. First, let's upgrade the skill, and then we'll deal with the corpses. After thinking it over, he raised his hand to activate the skill evolution immediately. The system promptly announced Greedy Hand upgraded from Diamond to Epic, a rogue class skill. Ability increased from 220% to 300%. Opportunity for bonus rewards. The secondary items obtained have a 100% chance of leveling up. Reading this, Tanfeng raised an eyebrow, his eyes shining brightly, thinking to himself, "Oh my, this is a divine transformation. I have to make this whole basket of orbs explode." Without hesitation, he immediately unleashed the new skill, sucking in all the loot and laughing, "Ha ha, what a roar." "Where did all the stuff go? Come here to me." In the middle of the forest, a surge of power erupted, making the trees shake in greeting. The system wouldn't be outdone, continuously chiming in with a series of notifications combo. "You have used the Greedy Hand skill. You received 7 evolution points. You received 216 lifespan days that can be traded. You received the special item, Demon Fire Elixir." Tanfeng held the item in his hand, his eyes shining brightly, exclaiming in excitement, "I can't believe I got 2 Demon Fire Elixirs in one shot." The information displayed Demon Fire Elixir special item carrying it will not lose lifespan upon death. Cooldown 800 seconds, for 165 seconds, 3 passive soul absorption. Increases 20% chance of losing lifespan when defeating monsters if there are 2 bells. Effect doubles the active horror effect when using the bell against enemies within 100 meters. Immobilizes for 3 seconds. Cooldown 600 seconds. 521 seconds. Tanfeng finished reading and nodded while calculating. This is not an equipment that takes up an item slot, but the 2 bells only take up 1 bag space. Convenient, no need to discuss. Just when I was lost in thought, a shout echoed from afar. "Master, master, help me! Ah, 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 what are you doing? Don't come any closer." Tanfeng jumped in shock and shouted, "Xiaohei, where are you?" He continued to call out, "Xiaohei, where are you? Say something." But only the panicked voice of Dai Li Zi echoed back, "Get away from me. Don't come near me." Meanwhile, the men closing in on her were panting, their eyes filled with malicious intent, grinning. "Come here, girl. You look pretty tough. But come on, stop struggling. It's the end of the road. If you're obedient, we'll make it worth your while." Dai Li Zi held her staff tightly, her eyes cold. She stepped back a bit and suddenly turned around, leaping off the cliff, leaving the group stunned. That action was the final decision. Better to become a ghost than to submit. Her body fell onto the rocky ground. The sound of impact echoed, blood splattered, making the scene choke with emotion. The group stood above, unable to utter a word. One of them sighed softly. "She really jumped. That girl is so stubborn." After that fierce jump, which left everyone stunned, Dai Li Zi was reborn in the town. She clutched her side, limping and whining. "Master doesn't need to come save me. I'm dead. I've returned to the town. It hurts so much." Fortunately, the team's lifespan was all on Captain Wang Mang. Otherwise, we would have lost everything. Tanfeng heard this and nodded casually. "All right, just stay there. I'll share the loot when I return." Hearing this, the girl pursed her lips, smiled brightly, and replied, "Thank you, master. You've worked so hard." Afterwards, Tanfeng opened the stats panel, murmuring with barely concealed excitement, "This time it's a real gain." The lifespan shot up to 375 days, plus another 21 evolution points. So he decided to proceed with upgrading the greedy hand. He clicked to upgrade the skill, and the system immediately displayed a notification that surprised the reader. The greedy hand skill has now reached the epic level. To evolve further, you need to spend 10 times the evolution points. Do you want to use 210 points to continue? Tanfeng looked at the text, frowned, and carefully considered. Wow, 210 evolution points are really hard to swallow. The higher the skill level, the more points it consumes. Forget it. I'll pause this upgrade and focus on leveling up damage-dealing skills instead. High damage means any boss will fall, and the loot will automatically come in. Thoughts turned to actions. He immediately focused on allocating points to upgrade skills decisively. The system immediately provided detailed information down to the last detail. The Shadow Shield Slash skill upgraded from Platinum to Jade, and then straight to Gold Slash. The maximum damage increased from 21 to 24, then shot up to 27. The stealth duration increased from 7 seconds to 8, finally reaching 9 seconds. The number of hits on enemies increased from 6 to 7. The cooldown remains at 12 seconds. The cleave range expanded from 3.1 mm to 3.6 mm, and then to 4.1 mm. Each hit adds 200, then 250, and finally 300 attack power. In total, he spent 2 plus 3 plus 5 evolution points, leaving exactly 3 points remaining. Next, he also upgraded the backstab enhancement skill enthusiastically from normal to bronze, then silver, and finally to gold. The passive effect is also exciting. The damage dealt from behind increased from 15% to 20%, 25%, and then reached 30%. He sensed the smooth upgrades. Tanfeng clapped and laughed loudly, making the wind listen in. After 2 evolutions, the Shadow Shield skill hit harder than twice as much. No stealth, no breaking stealth, still dealing 3,000 damage. If he used break stealth and then backstab with 7 hits dealing 6,000 to 7,000 damage, wouldn't be surprising. He excitedly recounted his achievements, summarizing, "Gold-level bosses usually drop only 2 to 4 silver items. It's very rare to get gold, but thanks to the greedy hand, I ended up with 11 gold items, 2 silver items, and 1 skill book in silver as well. Among them, there are 3 items suitable for the assassin class, no adjustments needed." He opened the summoning interface for the 3 items he just obtained, admiring each piece with joy. The first item, Demon Boat. After receiving the silver item for the assassin class, the attack stat is plus 136 agility, plus 22 attack speed, plus 24%. Armor penetration, 7, requires level 5. Special effect, each normal attack deals an additional instance of damage over time. It sounds normal, but with a high base attack stat, increased agility, attack speed, and armor penetration, it's worth it. The second item, Golden Demon Fire Armor. Physical defense, plus 25, fire resistance, plus 50, damage block, 14 plus 419, health requires level 5. Tanfeng nodded in agreement, whispering, "My physique doesn't add health, only 350. This armor adds 419 health, so who can break through my defense?" Wow! He decided to hide all the new equipment in the interface to avoid attracting attention. System notification. There's one last item. Do you want to open it? It is the skill book of the Shadow Demon Mirage in Gold for the Assassin class. Passive effect increases 15% dodge rate when activated, immune to all damage. Tanfeng glanced at the description, nodding while mumbling, half praise, half criticism, finally got a decent skill for the Assassin class. But this skill in the game is weak, and the dodge rate is difficult to increase. To enhance dodge, he would have to sacrifice a lot of other stats, and if he fails to dodge in time, there would be no way to retreat. But he was not one to accept being at a disadvantage. An extremely cool idea suddenly flashed in his mind. I'm not like others. I have infinite evolution skills. Enhancing dodge without sacrificing other attributes is the peak of life. After thoroughly checking everything, he prepared to return to town, selling off some equipment to lighten his load. He mumbled calculations as he walked. But by the time he got back, the items from the warrior priest and archer could be sold to Wang Mang at a 10% discount. Even though those guys are currently broke, with Wang Mang's reputation, selling on credit is not a problem. Thinking back, it was all thanks to Little Black. Without that carp, he wouldn't have found the level 5 Golden Ghost ship, let alone defeated it. He really needs to thank her in a grand way. Just as he finished speaking, before he could even set foot on the street, Tanfong ran into a group of old acquaintances lurking behind a tree, their faces grim. The two sides locked eyes and the others jumped in shock and screamed loudly. Without even the chance to greet, they took off running, shouting loudly, "The Dark One is coming! Hurry up, everyone!" Tanfong said nothing and immediately unleashed the shadow ship technique. The group was thrown into chaos, shouting, "Don't get in my way! Oh my God, don't leave me here! Damn it, don't come near me! Save me! Save me!" Seeing the chaos in the field, Tanfong emitted a cold aura filled with killing intent. His sharp spirit wouldn't allow the situation to drag on. He swiftly executed the shadow ship slash, slicing the group down before they could even react. Only the leader remained stranded in the open, pale-faced and heart-racing. He trembled and knelt down, pleading, "Please, I'm begging you. I was wrong. I promise I won't do it again. Please spare me. Great Elder, I only have 1 year of life left." But Tanfong stepped forward slowly and asked, his voice piercing to the heart, "Did you think about today's scene when you went to harm others?" Without waiting for a response from that trembling mouth, he swung his hand to decisively end it. The system immediately displayed a luxurious notification because the player actively killed too many people. They have received the status of a slayer. With the current level upon death, they will lose 75% of their lifespan. Tanfong just scoffed lightly, thinking to himself that it was no big deal. He had 2 demon fire spirit pills, so even if he died once, his lifespan would remain intact, not a drop lost. After that, he leisurely returned to town, walking while tidying his hair, which was dust-free and bloodless. The townspeople, upon seeing the familiar figure, immediately gathered to chat excitedly. "Hey, the Dark One is here. That's scary. Just came back after killing the Golden Boss. Huh. Why does he look like he's not wearing anything fancy? Ha 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 ha. I bet this guy only managed to defeat the boss after eating corn. He doesn't look like a solo player. Didn't see any loot drop. That's hilarious. Anyone free should go find corn like him." Just then, someone suddenly stepped out to block the way. Tanfong had an earnest expression, addressing the Dark Brother. "Please stop for a moment." That person hurriedly presented a book that sparkled with light. "No need to wait for the background music effect from earlier. We admit we were wrong. This is a skill book of the assassin class. We just used our lifespan to buy it. I hope you can accept it and overlook what happened earlier." Tanfong received the book and skimmed through the information displayed. "I will activate the normal assassin skill. It targets a single target, increasing attack by 20 points, stunning for 2 seconds with a cooldown of 2 seconds. He nodded, smacking his lips. "So it's a control skill that's pretty solid." Without saying anything more, he quietly left, leaving behind looks of regret mixed with worry. But as his figure faded, one guy in the group immediately exploded with frustration. He and we were wiped out by him, and now we're even giving him a skill book. Isn't that just too cowardly? Another one nodded, adding fuel to the fire. Exactly, we've never been this humble before. Everyone should call a few acquaintances. With a snap of the fingers, we could take them down. No need to be scared like this. While the group was still heatedly discussing their options, one guy suddenly pretended to be mysterious and warned. "What do you know to say that shadow guy is growing too fast and keeps leveling up on his own? Clearly, there's a big secret behind him. Now we just need to find him in real life, trap him, and not only can we extract the secret, but we can also make him farm lifespan for all of us." Hearing that, another guy's eyes lit up with a sly smile. "Oh, I see. No wonder Hien is so impressive, truly skilled." He eagerly continued back home. "I'll tell my family to send a beautiful girl to approach him to gather information." His voice sounded strange, unfamiliar. He was definitely an outsider, not from the ranks. Sending a beauty to his door, there's no way he wouldn't take the bait. While the others were still busy strategizing, Tanfong had met the agent. He smiled lightly. "Come on, little black. Let's prepare for the transaction. I'll give you some items." The girl looked bewildered and shook her head. "Thank you very much, but I'm not little black. I'm the agent." From the staff in her hand, a brilliant flame suddenly erupted. She floated in midair, exclaiming joyfully, "Ah, wow, this is just amazing. I'm about to take off. This skill combined with this necklace has multiplied my damage several times. My mana recovery has also doubled." "Thank you, I'm so touched." Tanfong remained calm, responding softly. "No need for pleasantries. But as promised, the space ring will be sent back to the team." The girl nodded vigorously and exclaimed, "Hand it over right away. That's right, here it is. I'm giving it to you now." She casually added, "By the way, old man, when I was running away in the forest, I found a cave that looked very much like the entrance to the ruins. Do you want to go check it out?" Upon hearing that, Tanfong hesitated. 3 seconds of thoughts flashed in his mind. First, it was the Golden Ghost ship. Now it's the ruins. Oh my gosh, making friends with this girl is definitely a big deal. But thinking carefully, I'm not empty-handed either. I'll give her 2 golden items. Only then will she share this valuable information. With this space ring, my storage space has jumped up to 27 slots. That's great. He asked next, so where is Wang Man? I plan to sell items to everyone and then go to the ruins with her. The dealer immediately replied, sure, that's fine. But our team leader is inviting a new pastor, so it will probably be another hour and a half before he comes back. She opened the map, marked the location, and pointed to explain the entrance to the ruins in detail. I've marked it for you. There's a stone slab behind the bushes. At that moment, I pushed the stone slab aside and hid inside to escape. But after taking a few steps, I heard a ghostly scream coming from inside. I was so scared that I turned around and ran. Otherwise, I would have been caught by those guys. Tanfeng nodded in response. I understand. I will head to those ruins right now. When I return, I will trade with Wang Man and the others. The dealer was about to say something more, but before she could speak, Tanfeng had vanished. She stood there in confusion and exclaimed, hey, where did the old man go? Wow, at this moment, Tanfeng had followed the directions straight to the ruins. His eyes were bright, his mouth did not smile, but his heart was elated. As he walked, he pondered. Initially, he intended to find a place to level up, but now that he had the ruins, why bother searching for more? Tanfeng usually encountered 3 types of ruins in the town: tombs, cursed ruins, and belief temples. Regardless of what kind of monster it is, whether it's a bronze or silver level, for me, it's just a source of evolution, points and lifespan points, not a concern. Tanfeng followed the directions and stumbled upon a deserted area. In front of him was a deep pit that looked like it could swallow him whole. He took a deep breath and began to descend into the pit, maintaining a calm expression. Taking careful steps, Tanfeng busily calculated in his mind. Theoretically, this type of town usually has 3 types of ruins. The first is tombs, the second is cursed ruins, and the third is belief temples. It's unclear whether this one is sacred or a scam. The tombs speak for themselves. There's nothing bright about them. The undead in there are numerous, making it difficult to clean them up, and at the end of the path, there's usually a golden boss waiting like, come here and try your luck. Tanfeng continues to recall traditional knowledge. Cursed artifacts in ruins are often subjected to harsh curses by ancient evil deities. They may have once been people gone to school, then gone insane, or simply died and turned into ghosts. As for the artifacts in the worship temple, they are all fanatics of ancient deities or evil spirits. The map inside the temple is complicated, making it impossible to find the way out. Afterwards, Tanfeng continues his adventurous journey, wading through the tunnel while observing his surroundings. His gaze is unexpectedly drawn to some drawings on the stone wall, unable to suppress his overwhelming curiosity. He stops staring intently at the drawings. Tanfeng mutters, looking at these images, surely this is the worship temple. This image is very familiar. It must be. This is the worship temple that specializes in judging ancient deities. Tanfeng is determined not to back down and continues to venture deeper inside. The atmosphere gradually becomes heavy and cold, accompanied by angry whispers from the walls. If you go in further, you won't be able to get out. But he doesn't care, continuing to walk so thick-skinned that even stones would be jealous. At the same time, in another secret realm where drama is waiting to explode, Wang Mang's group is struggling for survival against a monster. The monster doesn't need to announce itself. With a thunderous roar, it charges straight ahead, opening its gigantic mouth, a collision strong enough to send Wang Mang flying into the sky. Tan Xiaoyu stands still at that moment, holding the staff, looking no different from holding a mop. A member of the group screams, "Hey sis, quickly heal him. What are you standing there dazed for?" Finally, Tan Xiaoyu also reluctantly makes her way to Wang Mang, stammering confused, "Okay, but what should I do?" Not giving anyone a chance to breathe, the monster charges again. Quickly, a member loses all composure and shouts loudly, "Damn it, it's charging again!" Then he turns to Tan Xiaoyu, warning her, "Use your skills quickly. Just press any button." But Tan Xiaoyu leaves the whole group speechless. She looks around this, drops the staff, and crouches down, her voice trembling. "I'm so scared." Guess what happened? That's right, the whole group was wiped out, mercilessly sent back to town, at the speed of light, accompanied by deep humiliation. Dailiza appears beaming casually, asking, "Hi, Captain. Why did everyone come back so quickly?" "The Dark Elder hasn't returned yet. If you want to buy something, now don't even think about it." One member in rage points directly at Tan Xiaoyu, warning her, "Damn it, I've never seen anyone as stupid as you. The monster charges, and you don't even know how to dodge. You don't know how to use your skills. You tell me, what else can you do?" Dailizi immediately activates the shield mode standing in front of Tan Xiaoyu. Hey, why are you so tense? It's obvious she's a newbie, dying on her first play is common, but that member doesn't let up, yelling louder than a loudspeaker. Dailizi, get out of the way. Today I have to scold this person to death. Another member interjected, voice full of impatience. It's not just dying once Dailizi. It's only been less than an hour, and we've died 3 times already. Dailizi's eyes widened, only able to utter one word, huh. All right, after a few seconds to process the drama, Dailizi confidently suggested, let me go with you to be sure. I just received 2 great items from the Elder. I'm really strong now, trust me. With me joining this time, no one will die. Vung Man waved his hand, dismissing the drama. All right, just shut your mouth. With her joining this time, it will surely go smoothly. Who knows, we might even meet the Dark Elder on our way back. Asking for some tips wouldn't hurt either. At this moment, Tan Tu mumbled, sorry, I will try my best. But in her heart, she thought, am I weak? If it weren't for you guys being connected to the Dark Elder, I wouldn't even want to help. Infuriated to the point of wanting to disappear, she silently thought that they were all unbearable. Meanwhile, Tan Fong continued his adventure, stepping into a secret room underground where a chilling atmosphere permeated. The scene inside would make even the calmest person scream, bones scattered everywhere, the air echoing with muffled cries. Feeling goosebumps, Tan Fong didn't bother greeting or checking if they were okay. He coldly proceeded, saying little. Tan Fong launched an immediate attack, not giving the followers a chance to perform any administrative procedures, but their reactions made him want to kick something. Being hit and only losing a little blood was like scratching an itch on his side. Tan Fong gritted his teeth, secretly calculating to use all his hidden abilities to stab from behind, but they only lost half their health. No wonder they were a level 12 silver boss. This follower had more health than the ghost ship boss Kim. But before he could unleash his second attack, 2 followers suddenly knelt down. Tan Fong was startled and muttered, what the hell? Why are they kneeling? And they turned towards me. It's clear I'm hiding. Could it be that they sensed the divine artifact of judgment on me? He stared at the 2 kneeling figures, speaking up. Do you know the way? Then lead the way for me. But the 2 followers only made incoherent sounds. Tan Fong observed, shaking his head, thinking, they must have been heavily corrupted, lost all consciousness. Now they are just beasts that know nothing but pillaging and taking lives. Just then, the 2 followers suddenly let out a loud scream, jumped up, and ran out of the room, not looking back, as if to say, sorry, we're not serving anymore. In another corner of the map, a group of players was stealthily advancing. As soon as they saw the 2 followers charging at them, they shouted, be careful, there are monsters coming. One person in the group slapped his forehead and yelled, oh no, it's 2 silver bosses. One was already unmanageable now. There are 2. Let's run fast. Amid the chaos, a girl in the group was hit by a strange aura, disappearing and leaving behind a pile of dropped items. Tan Fong appeared, witnessing the scene, thought to himself, these people are part of the group of the girl who bought healing spells from me. It seems that the name Hoa Hong is gray. I didn't expect they could find their way here. But with the current equipment, no one has the strength to go this deep. Tan Fong walked over to the fallen items, snapped his fingers lightly, and smiled. Ha, these people have lost over 100 days of life we can trade. Not what I expected. Turns out to be a hidden little rich lady, but the joy didn't last long. After thoroughly searching every nook and cranny, Tan Fong sighed and muttered, I've turned the whole room upside down and found nothing. No traps, no treasures. Could it be that there are only these 2 ridiculous white silver bosses? What? And then he tightened his grip, the fighting spirit rising, preparing for a decisive and relentless move. And then the 2 followers were completely eliminated. The system reported, you have killed the loyal follower of the ancient god, judged as a silver level. Received 4,000 experience points, leveled up to 9. Gained 4 evolution points, received 188 days of lifespan, can be traded. Not wasting any time, Tan Fong immediately upgraded the skill of the greedy hand. Filled with joy, gazing at the brand new skill board, and he chuckled softly. The level transcendent greedy hand is indeed excellent. 32 evolution points, 154 days of lifespan can be traded. 4 golden level items, 10 silver level items, and also golden equipment for the assassin. Awesome. A shiny notification appeared in the middle of the screen. Golden level follower necklace, agile assassin accessory. Plus 15 cooldown speed, plus 20%. Requires level 7 unique effect. Summons a loyal silver level follower to fight for you. Cooldown 600 seconds. Tan Fong examined the necklace carefully, nodding to himself. This one is solid, increasing cooldown by 20%. Wearing it will make the potential image 192 seconds. The Toxic Shuriken has 37 seconds left. The Shield image has 80 seconds left. Fighting bosses later will be twice as smooth. Deciding to keep it without second thoughts, but before he could take a breath, a strange sound came from behind, causing him to turn around. A glowing circle appeared, and from the ground a huge iron pillar rose up. Tanfeng snapped his fingers, feeling pleased. Perfect, clearing out the monsters in here. A new mechanism revealed itself. He stepped closer and tapped on the cold iron face. After a few seconds of inspection, he confirmed here it is the final hidden mechanism. A crisp click sounded, indicating something was happening. The ground beneath Tanfeng began to shift and tremble. He immediately switched to deep observation mode, eyes wide open, intently monitoring every movement, his face tense. Suddenly, a huge pit opened up beneath his feet. Without hesitation, Tanfeng jumped down, mumbling, "Is this an up and down lift?" The lift moved for a while and then stopped. No sirens, no lights, no background music. Tanfeng stretched his arms, shook his head and sighed. Finally arrived feels like being pulled down 300 meters. It really is a super underground journey. He looked up at the ceiling, half surprised and half cautious. In front of him now was a winding, tangled maze. He exclaimed in surprise, a hidden maze under the temple. Tanfeng moved forward to explore. His mind switched to commentator mode. In the ruins, there is a probability of an underground maze appearing. In his previous life, he had stumbled upon quite a few mazes full of traps. But if there's an AI acting as a shield, exploring won't be too dangerous, just a bit time-consuming. With the current stats, if I hit the target, I'll probably be in trouble. But fortunately, I just found this awesome item. He took out the talisman necklace to inspect it again. The talisman necklace is of golden grade, an accessory for agile assassins that adds 15 speed and a 20% cooldown reduction. Tanfeng requires level 8 to activate the exclusive effect of summoning a devoted follower of silver grade ready to fight in your stead. Cooldown time is 600 seconds. Without hesitation, Tanfeng immediately activated the skill. A follower appeared from a brilliant light, slowly kneeling down in absolute reverence. Tanfeng raised his hand to signal, his voice calm, "Move forward and scout." "Let me," the monster quietly departed without a word of resistance. Tanfeng crossed his arms and observed a slight smirk on his lips. The feeling of having subordinates leading the way made him much more at ease. However, this maze was not friendly, full of risks. To ensure safety, he decided to prioritize upgrading his evasion skill first. Without hesitation, Tanfeng allocated evolution points using 1 + 2 + 3 + 5 points. There were 24 points remaining. As a result, the skill Shadow Demon Mirage Golden Grade became extraordinary. This is a passive skill, increasing the evasion rate from 15% to 75%. When successfully activated, he becomes completely immune to all damage. After reading the description, Tanfeng was so excited he wanted to dance right there. He pondered. A 75% evasion rate was impressive, but with the remaining points, he could upgrade the skill Shield Shadow Slash to extraordinary. Without blinking, Tanfeng immediately invested 13 evolution points, leaving exactly 11 points. The skill Shield Shadow Slash has now reached Diamond Grade Extraordinary. This skill allows him to unleash a slash in a specified direction with a range of 273.10 mangacap, accompanied by an illusion lasting 912 seconds, dealing continuous damage with 7 slashes to all enemies within range. Each slash extends 4 to 5 dealing 500 damage. Just hearing about it made Tanfeng eager to test it immediately. After the upgrade, he paused to contemplate the mechanics of skill evolution. Several truths began to clarify in his mind. He told himself if a skill starts at the extraordinary level, then when upgrading to legendary, it only costs 1 point for the first time. It's an unbelievable savings. He continued to analyze logically and scientifically. To reach legendary level, the points needed are 10 times the original points. Lower level skills must be upgraded multiple times, potentially consuming hundreds of points. But with his abilities, if Tanfeng can elevate skills to extraordinary, then with minimal cost, from now on, all his skills will start at least from extraordinary. With the remaining 11 points, he decided to invest further into the skill Shadow Stealth. Without any hesitation, he pressed the confirm button. You have consumed 3 + 5 evolution points, leaving 3 points. The skill Shadow Stealth has jumped from silver grade to golden, then reached platinum. This skill allows for invisibility for 16 to 24 seconds, breaking concealment and increasing damage by 90 to 150 points. The cooldown time is reduced to 22 seconds. Tanfeng is deep in thought. With a cooldown speed increase of 35%, The actual time is only 16.3 seconds. However, he still feels that the cooldown time is a bit long and the damage from breaking concealment isn't really impressive. He tells himself that he must improve the entire skill set when he returns. Lost in thought, a boss from afar steps onto a large tile that resembles a desk. As soon as it sets foot, the ceiling shakes violently and sweat drips down. A gigantic stone ball comes crashing down from above, crushing the boss and ending its career in an instant. Tanfeng jumps to the scene to observe, then shakes his head and declares, "The summoned creature is done for." Well, let's wait for the cooldown and summon a new one. This maze is complicated and full of deadly traps. He can only proceed step by step, hoping to find some valuable item. Meanwhile, on the upper level of the temple, the atmosphere is tense, and the remaining group of players is still searching for a mysteriously missing member. One person in the group hurriedly runs over to report, "Clearly the captain has thoroughly checked the two monsters. They have actually disappeared." Grey Rose listens, and her voice choking asks back, "What do you mean?" She calmly steps into the middle of the hall, raises her hand and declares, "Our lifespan is also running out. It's certain that some AI has taken down those two bosses and has also shortened our group's lifespan. But can an AI do that?" A member of the group quickly deduces, "At this stage, the only one who could eliminate the two silver-class bosses that quickly can only be the Dark Elder." The others, upon hearing this, widen their eyes in shock. "Wait, did the Dark Elder really come here?" "So our lifespan has been affected completely." Grey Rose sighs, nodding in confirmation. "It seems that way. But thinking back, it's fortunate it happened. Otherwise, we'd all fall and die again." She rests her chin on her hand, looking thoughtful. "When I first arrived here, I caught a glimpse of a figure. It seemed he was even talking to the monster. Could that be the Shadow? What kind of skill does he possess that pulls the boss into such a vortex? This strength is unfathomable. Just looking at it gives chills." Back to Tanfeng, he still insists on summoning followers to act as scouts. Unfortunately, each follower that appears takes a few steps before getting caught in a trap and vanishing silently. A true army of followers is short-lived. After struggling back and forth for a while, Tanfeng finally sets foot in front of an ancient wooden door. He looks at the door and smirks. "After walking for 3 hours, I've finally arrived. This must be the end point of the maze." Based on his experience from the previous life, if he charges in recklessly, death is certain. It wouldn't be surprising to die 100 times. Without hesitation, Tanfeng summons another follower, knowing that this one will also not return. But in the trap detecting work, someone must sacrifice. A believer steps forward to the large door. However, it's just like the entrance to a college entrance exam. They cross a section of road filled with brain-harming traps. Each step makes their heart pound. Upon arrival, Tanfeng signaled to the believer, his voice firm, "Go open the door for me." Without needing to ask again, the believer obediently pushed the door. But despite their efforts, the door remained motionless, causing the believer to sweat without knowing to call for help. Tanfeng frowned, muttering, "Can't open it." How strange. He stepped forward, placed his hand on the door, gathering strength, preparing to give a determined push. The door creaked slightly and then opened. Without needing to shout, without needing to show off, it just swung open. Tanfeng was a bit surprised. His serious expression turned to one of confusion. "Is it that easy?" He continued to observe the space behind the door, his eyes darting around. When both entered, they encountered a tightly locked chest wrapped in sharp barbed wire. After a moment of observation, Tanfeng paused, pondering. That chest is covered in sharp thorns, tightly locked. Next to it, there's an NPC sitting guard. The strange thing is that there is no information displayed about this NPC. Tanfeng curiously approached his curiosity as keen as that of a bargain hunter. He thought to himself, every piece of information is a question mark. This is the first time encountering an NPC so mysterious that it reveals no clues at all. The NPC emitted a strange sound, half human, half machine. Suddenly, the NPC knelt down and the surrounding space flashed with golden crystals before vanishing, leaving no trace. Tanfeng scratched his head, muttering, what's going on here? Has it disappeared? At the same time, the barbed wire around the chest also evaporated. A farewell looking closely at the barbs wrapped around the chest, they indeed had disappeared without a trace. Tanfeng pondered deeply. Although he couldn't extract any information from the mysterious woman, his intuition told him everything was related to the judgment eye on him. He examined the chest carefully, his mind spinning continuously. A brilliant golden light radiated from the chest, indicating that it might contain a top-tier item. However, he still cautiously did not rule out the possibility that this was a trap or that a boss was lurking. After careful consideration, Tanfeng calmly ordered to open the chest. The summoned believer showed no resistance, obeying absolutely. As soon as he touched the chest, a blinding golden light erupted, so bright that the faint-hearted could fall unconscious immediately. Tanfeng squinted into the inside and felt excited. A skill book, specifically for assassins, combining both active and passive effects. A formal notification echoed from the chest granting the skill book of top-tier level. The assassin system passive effect, targeting weak points, increases the chance of hitting weak points by 100%, and weak point damage is doubled. An active skill for a throat cut. The next attack causes a throat-cutting effect, dealing 100% physical damage per second for 3 seconds with a cooldown of 60 seconds. Tanfeng's eyes widened in amazement as he exclaimed, "This passive effect helps double the ability to identify the weak points of monsters, while the active skill is indeed enhanced to the maximum level." He analyzed with a tone that was both logical and filled with fighting spirit. If I activate the skill and deal 300 damage, the enemy will take an additional 300 damage per second for 3 more seconds, totaling 200 damage, which is 3 times the usual. After finishing reading the skill book, Tanfeng beamed with a smile full of confidence. He told himself that this time would truly be a big harvest. My burst ability has skyrocketed several times, just one hit, and even the boss would have to kneel. He quickly collected all the items in the chest, neatly stored them in the divine bag, and turned to leave. As he walked, he calculated that it was all thanks to Little Black. So I will sell the remaining items to their group for convenience. Now it's time to head back. Thinking of this, he immediately called Little Black to tell Wang Mang to come back. Little Jen cheerfully replied, "Big boss, have you finished exploring? Great. We're heading back to the little town too, in time for shopping." Before long, Tanfeng had set foot back in the town. He still maintained the calm and composed demeanor of someone who had just swept through an entire ruin. What struck his eyes was a scene of chaos and excitement. Tanfeng blinked in astonishment and exclaimed, "Where is this?" And the townspeople gathered around him. A large crowd shouted, "The darkness is here, the darkness. The darkness. Brother, be friends with me." "Are you really the darkness?" "I am the chairman of Landing Group in Shanghai City, and I want to invite you to join the darkness group." "Big boss, do you still need underlings?" "I am known as 666, a fever that spreads endlessly." A series of people pushed and shoved, shouting loudly, "Big boss, we come from Firefly Town. This is my little sister. She is a huge fan of yours. I mean no harm. I just want you to remember my face. We come from Kuangkok's Town. Please let us follow you. I am willing to marry my daughter to you. I come from Beachfen Island." Tanfeng squeezed through the crowd, thinking as he went, "It seems the connecting gates between towns have opened, so I can go to Firefly Town where Songfei is." Seeing the situation beginning to spiral out of control, he immediately activated the stealth skill and slipped away from the crowd. The remaining people stared at each other in shock and began to blame each other. He disappeared. "Damn it, who told you all to rush in like that? You were pushing in too, and even dragged that round-faced little sister out to introduce her. You bastard, now that you like it, jump in." While the chaos continued behind, Tanfeng gently approached Dai Lizi. He spoke up. Little Black Dai Lizi turned around. With a bright smile, he shouted loudly, "The big boss is here." Before he could say more, he turned around and shouted, "Captain, the big boss has arrived." Tanfeng didn't have time to react. His gaze quickly darted in one direction. It turned out that Tan Xiaoyu was peeking out from the crowd, hiding behind a few other players, her eyes fixed on him. Tanfeng thought to himself, why is Tan Xiaoyu here? Wait a minute. Why did she join Wang Mang's team at that level? I'm afraid the whole team will be dragged down. He frowned, telling himself to be extremely cautious. Now the whole world knows the name Shadow, but his true identity absolutely cannot be revealed. This power has not yet fully transformed. Being in real life is more dangerous currently. Countless eyes are watching. Just a small mistake, he could be sent away immediately. But meanwhile, Tan Xiaoyu was still intently watching him, thinking to herself that this is the real Shadow. Why is he so powerful compared to the people in Wang Mang's team, truly worlds apart? If he helps me level up in just a few days, I will meet Brother Songfei. Without further ado, Tanfeng took out a series of items, calmly announcing, these items are completely suitable for your team's profession. These basic skill books will also enhance combat ability, all totaling 2,200. Wang Mang nearly choked when he heard this. What, that many? All are gold and silver level. I can't afford to buy them. Tanfeng replied nonchalantly, it's okay, just owe me. Yes, Wang Mang was so moved that he almost dropped his armor. Thank you. I really don't know how to repay you for helping us like this. If you need anything in the future, just let us know. We will do our best to support you. Wang Meng turned to distribute the items to the entire team, shouting, "Oh my God, the big boss shadow is really amazing." Another person was equipping gear while shouting, "I get to use gold gear this early. It's like a dream in broad daylight." Yes, Wang Meng nodded firmly. This is gold level skills. I've become 5 times stronger now. Moreover, the big boss even let us buy on credit. It shows how much he trusts us. Boo-hoo-hoo. Meanwhile, Tan Xiaoyu stood quietly aside waiting. After checking the items, Wang Meng hesitated. "Oh, why isn't there anything for the priest?" Tan Xiaoyu was startled and stammered. "Huh." Another member harshly commented, "If there's nothing, there's nothing. Following us to gain experience is already a blessing for your family for 7 generations." Tan Xiaoyu hurriedly stepped forward, her eyes sparkling a slight tremble in her smile. Politely speaking, "Hello, big boss. I am the priest in Wang Meng's team. May I ask if there are no items for the priest?" She casually sent a friend request, holding on to a slim hope. But life is not like a dream. Right after hitting send, Tan Xiaoyu was doused with a cold splash of water. Tan Feng glanced at her, saying nothing, silent to the point where one could hear the wind flowing through her fragile heart. Then he turned away, leaving her, the pastor, standing alone with an unanswered question. A look, a sign of hope. Tan Xiaoyu watched his figure fade away, heartbroken, stammering. Where did he go?" Wang Meng stood nearby, comforting her. "Surely this time the elder didn't bring anything. The pastor will have it next time." Another person chimed in with a lack of goodwill. "Humph, I see the elder doesn't care about her at all." As for Elder Zai, he was lost in thought. Elder Shadow was just like a dragon that shows its head but not its tail. Oh my, he is incredibly handsome. Meanwhile, Tan Feng had quietly entered a quiet building. Tan Feng walked slowly, mumbling to himself. In his backpack, there was still a golden-level pastor's staff, not to mention a golden-level pastor's skill book. But how could such valuable items be easily given to Tan Xiaoyu? He continued to think. When leveling up higher, there would be countless equipment and skill books that would no longer be necessary. Selling them would be a hassle, and Wang Meng's team, supported by the government, really needed these things. He couldn't let Tan Xiaoyu affect the cooperation relationship. He had to quickly find a new pastor for that team to replace her. He needed to find Xiao Shui as soon as possible. Xiao Shui was Gu Yishu, who had once held the role of guild manager of the Godslayer in her previous life. She had a hidden profession in the Whitebird God Pastor system and was always accompanied by a whitebird that assisted with healing and enhancing skill effectiveness. In her previous life, she was a pastor. The only one Tan Feng had witnessed being able to solo take down a boss of that level was his outstanding teammate. Compared to Tan Xiaoyu, she was completely superior. That's right, Tan Feng suddenly remembered that Xiao Shui was also in Firefly Town, just like Song Fei. What a coincidence, he could find her and pull her into Wang Meng's team. Without saying another word, Tan Feng walked toward the spatial door leading to Firefly Town. In an instant, the town appeared in the hazy glow of dusk. As soon as he arrived, he immediately activated his stealth skill, gliding lightly through every alley. He began the process of calculated reconnaissance. While strolling, he accidentally overheard a heated argument between 2 players. "Hurry back. The silver-level boss is about to run out of health. It would be a waste to let it escape." The other growled, "Damn it, that Song Fei brought a whole group of girls along. Today we have to take care of that pale-faced guy." The voice of the other was full of bitterness, truly incomprehensible. Just a small star, but surrounded by a bunch of infatuated people. Tan Feng was stealthily observing, thinking to himself how fast it was. How did they find Song Fei's whereabouts so quickly after just arriving here? He quietly followed the 2 people. The 3 of them approached a canyon where the wind blew fiercely, causing hair to flutter. Observing the gloomy terrain, Tan Feng immediately recognized this as the Tang Mountain Gorge, a level 5 monster area. Here it mainly consists of fire users and conflux users. Suddenly, a deafening shout came from behind. "Charge forward!" Accompanied by the philosophy of the one being beaten, "Dare to hit me, die." Tan Feng quickly ducked behind a tree. With sharp eyes, a chaotic battle was erupting. Players were rushing to fight the monsters as if it were a chaotic feast. Each person chose their position to be roasted. Tan Feng frowned and muttered, "Part of the fire users has 2 heads. Isn't that a silver-level boss?" This situation was indeed complicated. Not only the monsters, but the players were also taking the chance to take each other down. Truly brutal. Glancing to the left, Tan Feng discovered a group of girls forming a protective circle around a serious young man. His intuition told him that the one being protected was Tong Fi. The 2 young men from earlier lost their composure, charging straight at Tong Fi, shouting hoarsely, You bastard, Tong Fi. Last time you ambushed me, today I have to deal with you to feel better. The other one chimed in confidently. Do you think hiding behind the mages is safe? I have a skill specifically for mages called Conflux Beast. Now you're definitely going to die. Before he could unleash his skill, a female mage in Tong Fi's group stepped out, raising her staff and striking one of them on the head, shouting, "No one is allowed to harm brother Tong Fi." The one being hit stared wide-eyed. What the hell? Tanfeng stood outside observing, analyzing with a sharp mind. In his previous life, Tong Fi was the rebellious heaven mage god, a mage by profession. He convinced a whole group of female fans to switch to the mage profession and dedicated all their equipment and skills to him, helping him rise rapidly. But the problem was that he was the only proper mage in the team. The female fans were each different, not resembling anyone. One focused all points into intelligence, becoming a glass cannon mage, dealing high damage but fragile. Someone invested in agility, turning into a mage, running around causing chaos. Another invested in physique, becoming a tank mage good at taking hits. The best was someone who put everything into strength, wielding a staff to smash people. But in the early stages, this comical lineup was extremely powerful. Wherever they went, they drained the lifespans of players, and no one could stop them. But as the game became more brutal, the female fans began to fall one by one. The speed was so fast, it made people heartbroken. Tong Fi on the other side put on a sad face, stirring the fans. Girls, you've worked so hard. I'm very heartbroken. I just hope the boss dies quickly so everyone can take a break. I wish this world was filled with love instead of violence. A chubby sorceress, hearing this, was moved and shouted, "It's not hard at all, Faika. You're the one who works the hardest. You shouldn't have to endure these things." She turned to rally her sisters. "Charge up and kill this filthy thing. Don't let it hurt Cam." The group of girls enthusiastically shouted, "Raging monster Tong Fi becomes king. From now on, it's only Tong Fi. Brother, fly high. We will always follow you." Suddenly, the boss shot a fireball towards Tong Fi. A female fan immediately rushed out to block the attack and protect him. Tong Fi sat down, pretending to care. "Oh no, are you okay?" The girl smiled, even though she was hurt. "Faika has always been like this. I go crazy for you." The chubby sorceress continued to cheer. "Sisters, keep it up as long as we take down this ugly monster. Faika will rise to #1, surpassing that dark guy." The others cheered. "Oh, breaking the world to define the winds forever, standing side by side with Faika." A lightning bolt from the female sorceresses struck the boss, causing it to scream in pain. Tong Fi stood to the side, secretly smiling. Finally, it's about to die. How can a tricky white-silver boss be fought by just one person against a golden boss? That dark guy must be cheating. He thought further, I have a whole group of people supporting me, yet I'm only at level 7 now. What the hell is that dark guy relying on to level up so fast? As long as I take down this white-silver boss, I'll level up to 8. That dark guy has been stuck at level 9 for so long, I'll surpass him and become the #1 god of this game. Suddenly, Tanfeng appeared, grabbing Tong Fi's head and lightly gliding through with a sharp strike. His head had been severed from his body. Tanfeng calmly said, "Shield Shadow Slash." Tong Fi's head remained in his hand. He squeezed tightly, distorting his face. A female sorceress was startled, turned around and shouted, "Kaka!" But just as she spoke, Tanfeng slid past the group of female sorceresses, slicing them into pieces. "You have killed the fire elemental too. You have received 1,500 experience points. You have killed the player Ngich Thien Faptun. You have killed the player Tong Fi Miu Miu. You have killed the player Vivin Vien Tewan. You have killed the player Tu Fi Ura. Continuous damage displayed 1985 was 1,991.992.41 241 1879. The remaining players were stunned. What? Is it always the boss's interference? A skill causing thousands in damage, incredibly powerful. My skill only exceeds 100 points, yet they achieve several thousand, 10 times what we have. Moreover, this is a ranged attack directly taking down both Tong Fi and the fans. One person shouted, "This assassin is AI. Could it be the darkness? It must be a dark master, the first to take down the golden boss. Other AIs can be this powerful." Everyone shouted, "Quick step back to loot the boss for the master." The dark master only kills Tong Fi's minions, helping us vent some anger. A girl shouted, "The master is always the best. Master, go for it. Master, I love you." Tanfeng heard this and felt cold. These people were afraid of him. If it were the previous life, I would have been attacked by the whole group long ago. Returning to the Firefly Village, Tong Fi resurrected here. System notification. You have been killed by the darkness. You lose 106 life days. You can trade 18 years and 113 days of life cannot be traded. Tongfi was horrified. I'm dead? How was I killed by the darkness? Why did he come to our Firefly village? The city of Shanghai has hundreds of original towns. Why did he come here to steal my boss? The group of female mage fans also resurrected, shouting, "Hey, I'm dead. How could this happen? Kay is also dead. How can it be the darkness? But why did he kill CA, and us?" One girl angrily said, "He must want to steal the silver boss, that wicked guy. Take advantage while CA isn't paying attention." Ambush. Shameless. A blue-haired girl approached Tongfi. "Kaka, can I join your team? I'm a sharpshooter with eagle-eye skills. I can detect stealth." The mages immediately became alert, pointing, "Get away." Tongfi Kaka said, "We only need mages. Your monster hunting efficiency is too low. It will drag down CA's rank." The girl was startled. "Oh, but Tongfi is AI." He stepped forward, arms wide open, smiling brightly. "Don't say that, everyone. I always believed love can overcome all barriers." He took the girl's hand. "I have felt your intense feelings. Even if you're a sharpshooter, it's okay. Come here, join us. Let's grow together." The girl was moved to tears by the sweet words, "Keka, I love you." The other female fans chimed in. "Tongfi, Keka, I'm an assassin. I can also stealth and retaliate against others." "Tongfi, can you learn the area control skill? You can freeze him." Tongfi radiates brilliance, the main character. "Everyone, we are one big family, loving each other. Anyone who wants to join is welcome. Here we will always be united." The fans are getting excited, teary-eyed. It's so heartwarming. According to Brother Tong, he will never regret it. These people shout together, "That dark guy only knows how to rely on assassin skills to ambush, bringing no martial ethics. Dare to mess with the police will definitely make him pay dearly." That's right, that's right. Wait until we control that dark guy. We will let the police eliminate him. Make him know the consequences of daring to anger the police, our police. Revenge must definitely end with the dark guy's death. Avenge for the police, our police. Because the police must eliminate that dark dog. Nearby players hear this and are confused, wondering what is happening. So what is this small village planning to do? One person scoffs, Hey, don't you know? That guy was killed by someone from outside the village." Really, there are a whole bunch of girls protecting him like that. How could he be killed? The opponent is that dark one, do you understand? A high-level dark entity. Does that dark guy really dare to confront these people? I think these girls are not thinking straight. After sweet-talking to charm the fans, Tongfi smugly thinks, "Wonderful, so many people are witnessing this. When I eliminate that dark guy, everyone will see clearly." No matter how strong he is, a lone individual can't accomplish anything. Especially a lowly assassin. How can he compare to a noble wizard like me? On the other side, Tan Fong is using the greedy hand skill. System notification. You have gained 16 evolution points, 117 lifespan days, can trade level silver loot, X6 level gold loot, X14. Tan Fong immediately upgraded the Grace of Liberation skill. System notification. You have consumed 10 evolution points, remaining 9 points. The Grace of Liberation skill has reached the legendary level. The passive effect has improved. Weak point damage adjustment increased from 100% to 200%. The weak point hit coefficient has doubled. An active skill, the next attack causes a neck-cutting effect. Every second deals damage from 100% to 150%. The attack damage lasts for 3 seconds. Cooldown time reduced from 30 seconds to 25 seconds, 18.5 seconds. Tan Fong calculates silently. The weak point targeting ability increased from 100% to 200%. Thus, the weak point damage when hitting the target has doubled. If exaggerated a bit more, wouldn't half of the enemy's body become a weak point? At that time, my Shadow Shield Slash could also deal weak point damage. Moreover, the damage of neck cutting has been enhanced. The cooldown time has also decreased from 30 seconds to 25 seconds. It feels like I can take down a golden boss with just one hit. The epic skill initially requires no evolution points to reach legendary level. But to advance from legendary to mythic requires spending evolution points 100 times over. From legendary to mythic requires 200 points. According to this rule, to evolve the epic greedy hand requires 210 points, and to reach legendary level requires 340 points. Right now I have 9 evolution points left. What can I do with that? Well then let's upgrade the backstab enhancement. System notification. You have consumed 8 evolution points, remaining 1 point. The golden backstab enhancement skill evolves to the silver level. Passive effect improved. When attacking from behind the target, damage increases from 30% to 40%. Tianfeng sighed. A silver boss along with the players helped me earn over 1,400 days of lifespan can be traded. What a bargain. Just as he was thinking, unexpectedly, from behind a female assassin rushed into ambush. Tianfeng glanced and then perfectly dodged. The girl shouted, "Die Shadow." She kept slashing but only received frantic misses in return. She screamed, "Why is this happening?" When the assassination failed, she angrily immediately went into hiding right on the spot. Dust and smoke filled the air. A group of players, fans of Tong Fi, shouted from above, "Die, you bastard Shadow, you're surrounded by us. We're here to avenge Phi Ca." A female archer next to Yanggong shouted, "IE!" A nearby female mage also yelled, "We must take revenge for Phi Ca." Down below, Tianfeng immediately activated the Shadow Shield stealth. Useless. My skill can track invisibility. She shot an arrow into the sky and feathers fell down, but only discovered the female assassin who had just attacked Tong Fi. The other players did not realize that she was an ally. Still cheering joyfully, "Great, we found him." The sisters unleashed all their strongest skills to attack him. Countless attacks immediately poured down on the female assassin. She panicked and yelled, "Wait, I'm not him!" But it was too late. The attacks rained down on her. The people above realized they had hit the chubby mage by mistake. Hastily justifying, "It's okay, it doesn't matter, she's not really a mage anyway," meaning she didn't truly like Tong Fi. This is the punishment for her. Quickly release the scout bird, quickly track down that dark figure. The female archer immediately complied. Unexpectedly, Tong Fi activated the Demon Fire Bell, a special item. System notification shaking the Demon Fire Bell causes immobilization effect for 3 seconds for all enemies within 100 meter radius. The cooldown time is 600 seconds with 521 seconds remaining. All the female fans are frozen, not understanding what is happening. The female archers terrified, unable to move. A shadow darts by accompanied by a series of swift slashes. That is Song Fi's shield shadow slash. He steps in front of Song Fi. At this moment, Song Fi is hiding to the side, confused and wondering what is happening. They all died for no apparent reason. Did that shadowy figure do it? It's impossible for him to have done it without even showing up. Then he stood close to Song Fi and whispered in his ear, "Song Fi, you are definitely going to die." Song Fi jumped in surprise, quickly raising his magical shield, shouting, "Damn it!" But how can he withstand it? Song Fi threw a poisoned dart piercing through the shield and embedding itself directly into Song Fi's forehead. He immediately fell to the ground. Looking at the loot that fell on the ground, Song Fi muttered, "This guy still has a long life left. He has about 2,000 days of lifespan remaining. It can be traded, but why can't his female fans trade their lifespan? Could it be that they intend to offer all their lifespan to Song Fi? It has been a long time since they realized that divine tools are just a game. These people are truly foolish. What a pity. If they had lifespan to trade, I could have earned a few hundred days. Therefore, these things can only be left for the monsters around here to benefit from." At the resurrection point in the Firefly town, Song Fi has been resurrected. Angrily shouting, "Damn it, I only have 500 days left out of a total of 2,000 days of lifespan to trade." The chubby female mage next to him asked, "Female archer, aren't you using the tracking skill?" And the female archer quickly replied, "I already used the skill, but I only found that female assassin. I did see a stealth level in the attribute panel. Perhaps the stealth level of that shadowy figure is higher." "That's right." The female mage nodded. "I saw it too. My anti-stealth skill is only level 1, so I can only detect level 1 stealth. I can't see him from level 2 and above." Song Fi angrily said, "That damn shadow comes and goes without a trace. How can I defend against him? I haven't offended him at all. Moreover, he robbed the boss. He shouldn't have come back to kill me." He incited the bewildered players, "For everyone's safety, let's go level up elsewhere." Everyone chanted, "Wherever you go, we will follow." At this moment, Song Fi has also returned to the town. Not seeing Song Fi and the others, he wondered, "Strange, why aren't Song Fi and his group here? Could it be that he has gone to another town or logged out?" He asked a nearby player, "Hey, do you know where Song Fi and those guys went?" The other person jumped in surprise when they saw Song Fi suddenly appear. "Ah, you scared me to death." The Dark Elder. He pointed in one direction. "The Elder Song Fi and those people are going that way. Kill him. But I have a small request. When you kill Song Fi later, Could you spare my girlfriend? Her name is Phi Bao. She's a female hunter. Songfi replied, I advise you to change your girlfriend. He thought to himself, his girlfriend must be the hunter who has the skill to detect invisibility. The other person hurriedly pleaded, Elder, please. I have finally found my lover. But Songfi had activated the shadow shield to become invisible. The other person still tried to call Elder, please. Tianfeng didn't care, thinking that even though he knew the direction they were leaving, it was unclear what their purpose was, which would take quite a while to figure out. If only Zhao Shui were here reliable. Suddenly, a shadow passed by, and Tianfeng was startled to realize it was Zhao Shui. He disengaged from invisibility and stepped in front of her. Could you help me with something beautiful? Yes. Zhao Shui, he was surprised. Oh, are you the dark shadow? Tianfeng nodded. I heard you have the ability to search for targets over a large area, right? Please help me find Songfi and his group. In return, I will sell you a platinum staff at a low price. Zhao Shu was overjoyed. While operating on the screen, she was curious. But how do you know I have the ability to search for targets over a large area? I have never told anyone. Tianfeng smiled. Don't worry about that. Just tell me if you want the platinum staff. Zhao Shu nodded vigorously. Yes, but I'm afraid I don't have enough money to buy it. Tianfeng replied, just a few hundred days. The original price is at least 700 to 800 days. Zhao Shu was skeptical. Really, Tianfeng nodded. Make the transaction with me. The system notified that the transaction was successful. Xiao Shu held the platinum staff. She smiled brightly. The platinum staff. Tianfeng lightly tapped her head. Let's work quickly. Xiao Shu nodded. Yes. She released the scout bird, thinking that clearly it was the first time meeting the Dark Elder. Why did she feel so familiar? Tianfeng, she asked. Elder, aren't you afraid I'll take the stuff and run away without helping you? Tianfeng laughed. Why don't you hate Songfi? Zhao Shu turned back. Elder, how do you know I hate Songfi? Are you my friend in real life? But your voice doesn't sound quite like it. Tianfeng chuckled softly. Haha, guess what? Zhao Shui was straightforward. I'm too lazy to guess. She sent the bird up and continued her work. Her eyes lit up with every movement of the bird. What the bird saw, she also saw, Zhao Shu reported. I found Songfi at coordinates 3.8669527. But I'm not sure they will stay still when you arrive. They may have moved. Tianfeng nodded. Be friends with me. Keep an eye on them and update me on the situation. Tutit was worried. How long do you need me to keep watch? If it's too long, I will. Tianfeng interrupted. Just a little while, then you can leave immediately. A moment later, Tianfeng arrived at the canyon. Suddenly his gaze lit up as he approached a forest. He suddenly stopped. Tutit was puzzled. Hey, why did you stop? Tianfeng approached a tree with strange markings. He spoke to Tutit. I need you to do something. See if there are any similar large trees around. Tutit was confused. Okay, she reported back. Big boss, there is one tree 100 meters away and another tree 100 meters to the left. Tianfeng placed his hand on the markings on the tree trunk. A strange light emitted. Tutit asked, What are those markings? Tianfeng smiled. Guess what? Around Tianfeng. The lights formed a triangle. In the center, a Yang treasure appeared. Tutit was amazed. Ah, it's a golden Yang treasure, Tianfeng exclaimed. I didn't expect to receive blessings from ancient gods in Tanthu Town. How lucky. Even Yang treasures appeared. The blessings of ancient gods can randomly appear on sacred land. Dropping some strange markings will appear in an area. When enough markings are activated, the blessings will be unlocked. It could be a powerful monster or a Yang treasure, even a special Yang treasure. Tutit was excited. Big boss, how lucky. This Yang treasure can be sold for 1,000 trading lifespan. Tianfeng stepped closer to the Yang treasure, thinking to himself. Her estimate is quite accurate. In the last life at this time, the trading lifespan exchange rate was 1 in 10,000. By the second day, the rate increased to 1 in 50,000. Tutit also thought to herself, the big boss just needs to swipe his hand over the markings. I have to remember them. With my search ability, I can find them on my own later. System notification. You have opened the Golden Treasure Vault. Received the Golden Skill Book, Flower of the Curse. Tianfeng was puzzled. Flower of the Curse, what kind of skill is this? System notification. Flower of the Curse Golden Level Skill. Multi-target skill. If used on a player's corpse within 15 seconds after death, Curse Flower will bloom on the enemy's corpse. The Curse Flower continuously drains the target's trading lifespan until the target's trading lifespan reaches 0. No cooldown time. Tianfeng's version. Astonished. This skill is so powerful it's perverse. In my last life, I had heard about this skill. It turns out its name is HOA of the Curse. This name is quite fitting for this skill. Just need to eliminate one player and protect the body. O of the curse will drain all of their transaction lifespan. The glorious era of Songfi ends here. This time I will kill him until he logs out of the game. After that, I must quickly reach level 10 to transfer these resources into reality. Then I will completely eliminate him in real life. After thinking this, Tanfong immediately took action. In another place, Songfi and his fans are fighting a boss. After defeating the boss, Songfi thought to himself, "We have run so far. That dark guy shouldn't be able to chase us. He stole one of my silver-white bosses and killed me twice. That's more than enough. He won't chase me all the way here, right?" Noah's face showed a sinister expression. After leveling up here, I will return to settle the score with him. That damn dark guy. Suddenly, the chubby sorceress shouted loudly, "Ficie, look. Someone is fighting a boss over there." Songfi was immediately excited. "Oh my, those people look like fans of that dark guy." The chubby girl angrily growled upon hearing this. "What, those crazy fans?" She immediately became aggressive. "It's those fans of that bastard again, these damn bugs. They just want to help him level up." Sisters charge in and wipe them out. "We can't let these people hinder Ficie's dominance on the leaderboard." Seeing the group of fans approaching, a boy with a shield exclaimed. The shield bearer was overjoyed. "Great, someone has come to help. Hello, everyone. This boss is about to run out of health. Let's take it down together." But in response, he received a direct hit to the face. A full-force strike from the wrath of the chubby girl. Those accompanying him panicked. "Captain, what are you doing? Are you crazy?" The chubby girl and her companions were filled with hostility. This is the price for being fans of the dark guy. Another girl looked confused. "What dark guy? I don't understand what you're saying." But in response, arrows pierced her eyes and mouth. One remaining person screamed in horror. The fierce female archer shouted, "Be the leader and get the hell out of here. Clear out the dark fans and the monsters here." The vast sky. Love flies until the end of life, saying that the arrows continued to fly toward the monster. And in an instant, both the monster and the player were taken down. Songfi looked at the dropped loot, excitedly exclaimed, "Oh my, thank you, my beloved family. I almost got harmed by the dark fans. I didn't expect them to be so sinister and vicious." His crazy fans burst into tears. "No need to thank us. Even if we go to the ends of the earth, we will always think of Ficio." At this moment, Tanfong appeared from a distance. He observed the crowd cheering with joy. He immediately activated the cloaking shield. Tanfong's voice echoed. Tongfi heard the voice and the whole crowd turned pale with panic. Tongfi was startled and turned his head to look back. But before he could see anything, his head was already severed from his body. Tanfong's voice was cold. "He's dead now." The crazy fans screamed in agony. "See." Tanfong's body gradually became visible. He immediately used the skill flower of the curse. A brilliant red flower bloomed from Tongfi's neck. The fanatics were horrified. "What is this?" Tongfi's scene shifted to the respawn point. Tongfi had revived. He yelled in anger. "This dark guy, are you sick? Why do you keep targeting me? Is it because I have so many girls around me? Are you jealous of me, right? Damn this bastard. Coming to the Firefly town is definitely because of me. Could it be that the girl he was flirting with is also my fan? But what does that have to do with me?" The system announces the lifespan of continuous transactions is decreasing, 400, 393, 370. Tongfi panicked. His lifespan was down to less than 400 days. Moreover, it was continuously decreasing. What the hell is going on? Dying multiple times and being punished like this. What just then his fanatics revived too. They screamed in fear. "Keki, it's not good." The dark guy cast a skill. A blood-red flower grew on Caca's body, as if it was sucking something from Soko. Tongfi was startled. "What, my corpse is growing flowers? That flower is sucking my lifespan." The system notifies the lifespan of transactions, 143, 130. He thought to himself, "That damn dark guy, you are so cruel. Turns out you want to take my life. I need to escape the game immediately. If I get killed again, my lifespan will run out." He turned to the fanatics. "Everyone, let's go offline first. I will go out to buy more lifespan and come back to complete the gear. Then all of us will be fully equipped, enhance our strength, and confront him together." The fanatics chorused, "Wherever Fi goes, our hearts are there." Tongfi gritted his teeth and thought, "Just wait, darkness. This isn't over. I spent more than 2.5 years training hard to achieve today's results. I don't believe I can't use money to crush you." On the other side, the curse flowers continued to grow all over those people's bodies. Tanfeng continuously absorbed the transaction lifespan. System notification. Due to the player killing too many other players, you are now on the 4th level. When you die, you will lose 96.875% of your current lifespan. But Tanfeng didn't care. The notification murmured, another 1,000 days of lifespan. Tongfi really killed a lot of monsters, huh? But now has stopped absorbing. It seems Tongfi and his crew have gone offline. From above through the scouting bird, Tweet was still observing everything. She thought in shock, this is the power of darkness. The #1 ranked player, truly terrifying. Tanfeng looked up and asked, Tweet Tongfi has gone offline, right? Tweet replied, that's right. He and the fans are all logged in. Tanfeng instructed, pay attention next time. Let me know as soon as he is online. Xiao Shui nodded, understood, sir. Can I leave now? Yes, Tanfeng held her back. Wait, I have a golden skill book for the priest class, the Holy Sword of Judgment. Do you want it? Xiao Shui's eyes lit up. Oh yes, I want it. Tanfeng said, about the Firefly Town. Tanfeng handed the skill book to Xiao Shui. This skill book is worth 500 transaction days of lifespan, but if you agree to one condition, I will sell it for half. Xiao Shui gasped and shouted, sir, I'm not selling my body. Tanfeng thought helplessly, what nonsense, I just asked her to join a team to be their long-term healer. Xiao Shui sighed in relief. Okay, but if they are too bad, I will tell you, sir. Tanfeng laughed. They aren't that bad. Their strength is quite good. I'm in contact with them now. On the other side, Wang Mang had just used a hammer to defeat a monster. His whole body was poisoned. He sighed, finally done. He turned back and said urgently, hurry up. Xiao Yu, detoxify me. Tan Xiao Yu stammered, detoxify. Wang Mang was anxious. That's right. What priest doesn't have detoxification skills? Hurry up. I can't take it anymore. Tan Xiao Yu pretended to understand. Oh, right, that skill. I see it now. She shouted, so pure, but the spell hit a tree instead. Wang Mang immediately spat blood. Cam Lai next to him hurriedly dodged. Tan Xiao Yu stammered, oh, sorry, I released it wrong. Everyone anxiously called for the team leader. So Wang Mang was rushed back to the town. At the town, everyone had tried to comfort Wang Mang. He angrily held his face thinking, I need to replace this babysitter immediately. But where can I find a professional priest now? The good ones are already in teams. On the other side, Tan Xiao Yu was excited again. Wow, this game isn't too hard. It's easy to level up to level 4, great. At this rate, I will meet Brother Song Fei soon. At this moment, a message from Tan Feng arrived. Wang Mang, I have a hidden class priest with ND Tarot strength. Does your team want her? Yes, Wang Mang said calmly. Sir, you said NDT 0 is definitely good. If you recommend her, there is no problem. Okay, Tanfeng nodded. She is in Firefly Town. There are fewer people farming monsters here. Everyone come over to team up and level up. Wang Mang understood. No problem. We will be there soon. The Shell Town is too crowded. We were planning to move to another place to level up. He turned back to look at Tan Xiao Yu hesitantly. Oh, Xiao Yu, right now, Shell Town is too crowded. We need to go to a place with higher levels to level up. With your current level, it might be a bit dangerous to follow, so we can't take you with us. Tan Xiao Yu was startled, but I think I can still... Before she could finish, Wang Mang and the others had already run off. No time is tight. Hurry up. Do take care of yourself. Tun Tun is stunned, grinding her teeth, and thinking that if you want to abandon me, just say it directly. Why make excuses? Just as well I'm bored too. I'll find a dark lord to guide me here. Wang Mang met Tanfeng. He transferred Taintum lifespan to Tanfeng. He said, this is the lifespan for the equipment from last time that was still lacking. I owe you 500 days. Soon our Captain An will bring you. It's really hard to earn lifespan in this game. Tanfeng thought to himself, could Captain An be in Vu? He nodded, all right. This is Ha Tuit Thin and he is Vung Man. You two, introduce yourselves. Suddenly, a voice rang out, Vung Man, I'm here. A girl with the ID Chap Hun Chinyi appeared. Tanfeng looked at her and thought it really is in Vu in the game. She took the name Chap Hun Chinyi, the only hidden class Dragon Knight, one of the 20 strongest in the previous life. A pillar of the Daiha government, a nightmare for countless foreign hostile forces. Anvu approached, shook Tanfeng's hand warmly. Dark Lord, nice to meet you. I am Anvu. I really admire you. Tanfeng replied, hello, thinking to himself, this is the first time I meet a player stronger than me in my previous life in Thantandung. Anvu smiled. Dark Lord, you are developing too fast. Do you have any secrets? Earlier, I joked that you might be a time traveler or reincarnated, hee hee. Tanfong thought to himself that according to his previous life, memories Envu wasn't on the same team as Vungman. It seems she represents the Zhanghai government and has purchased quite a bit of lifespan in transactions. But the Dragon Knight has extremely strong survival abilities, placing lifespan on her. The government must be very reassured. Envu continued, Dark Lord, if you have any equipment in the future, just sell it to us. We will take anything. The lifespan of the Zhanghai government is all on me. The Dark Lord surely won't kill me. Right? Tanfong smiled. No, I don't have any intentions of killing you. So cooperation that benefits both sides is the best. Envu smiled brightly. He. I know the Dark Lord is a smart person. Tanfong thought to himself, how every sentence is a probe. Just as the rumors said in the previous life, Envu appeared innocent, but was actually extremely clever with tough methods. She is now a bridge between me and the Daihai government, also helping me save quite a bit of effort.